Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am Brett Mayo.
And I am Brandon Munchie Mayo.
And I'm Matthew the Freak Mayo.
You got the better one, actually.
I did. Oh, yeah.
And last night, we watched Munchie Strikes Back and Frankie Freako.
Yeah, Freakos.
And this is where we will do the intro, and Brendan will put it here this time. I guarantee it.
Damn it.
Normal broadcasting will be discontinued for an indefinite period.
Thanks for warning.
They walk among us.
Now they're watching us too, huh?
I saw someone. This was music. Yeah, I swear to God. I saw it.
I'll make it easy for you.
A remarkable first attempt.
That's what this film is all about.
You just,
Yes.
if you would just... You know what happened last time, by the way,
You
guys, on Halloween
did that
Town?
on purpose. You messed it up.
No, did you fucking hear how long it took for us to say the words Halloween Town?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I had to do it before because I was like, man, I'm not waiting 10 minutes into the episode.
They're going to say the title. Give them
In
time.
case you all haven't listened to that one, like Matthew, I gotta be honest with you. It's
Matt
a good
listened
one.
to it.
It's a really
good
good one,
one.
I think.
It's
I
just
did listen to that one.
drove me fucking insane. I was like, did I hear Halloween Town? No.
No.
Did I hear
My watch
Halloween?
continues.
So, in classic Flophouse tradition, what do we do on this podcast?
We watch movies, and then we talk about them.
We don't
Sometimes
watch
good.
the movies on the podcast. We
No,
watch the movies prior
well,
to the
that'd be
podcast.
crazy.
We watch movies, and then we talk about them on the podcast.
Sometimes when we watch a Murder, She Wrote episode, we don't watch the episode like Brandon, and then we still talk about it because
There
his
was some
knowledge is
confusion
weird.
there, and you know what? I held it together because I still know that I've watched that movie before.
Twice, actually. We've had to
It
watch.
did, but the thing is, I know all
do you
of
mean
these
the witch?
episodes. It doesn't
Wait,
matter.
what are you all talking about?
That was a lot of it. What the fuck is going on, man? These two
was not a
both watched the wrong one. Not me.
I kind of miss Murder, She Wrote. I'm not going to lie.
It's always there on Tubi.
It somewhat sucks to watch for a podcast because then it feels like work. But when you're just like going to sleep and you turn it on, it's beautiful.
I
This is
still
so
do
good.
that.
Because then you stay up and you're like, bullshit, Jessica, bullshit.
I'm glad you caught the killer, but let's be real.
Ready, wake up. Listen to this shit.
Actually, you know, speaking of Murder, She Wrote, that recent high-profile arrest sounds exactly like a Murder, She Wrote. The CEO murderer got arrested at like a McDonald's.
Did they actually get him, or I thought it
Still
was
had the gun on him. Like, come on.
Oh, I thought he did so good until the end there.
JB,
Yeah, that's the
JB
thing.
strikes again.
I
I
read
love
somewhere
that.
he still had the silencer on him. That's such a Murder, She Wrote.
Jesus
I
Christ,
know
dude.
you're the killer.
Throw it in the
'cause you still
fucking
have
lake.
the gun. Shit.
Why would you? Well, I couldn't just put the silencer up. I didn't get an extra case for it. Okay.
Just throw the whole gun in the fucking lake.
Yeah, let's
But,
just not take care of our stuff. Sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this. I don't care if it's evidence. It was like
This is a
$150.
family heirloom.
I had to wait like 6 months for a license.
But
Spent all my
I love that
money
the
on
internet
health
rallied
insurance.
behind that guy, man. They were just like, all right.
Okay,
Yes
my
and
man.
no. One is kind of fucked up.
It is. It
A
is.
little- yes, it is,
Yeah,
but we
you know
don't say
what,
that
though?
part out loud.
I've been thinking about it because I had an argument a couple times. I'm like, man, I hate like us cheering on the death of somebody. But I've long been a big fan. There's a movie that gave me part of the
Is it
idea.
V for Vendetta?
All we got to do is eat one rich person. After you eat them, they're gonna have a little fear. And
No, you
moving
say the word
forward,
eat.
maybe we'll get some demands met.
You say the word
And-
eat.
I'm
This
just
ain't like
saying.
his cookbook. Like,
Unfortunately, I don't think that's the way the world's ever gonna go. That wealth gap will just get bigger and bigger.
well, we'll just kill
then
two.
it looks like my belly's getting bigger and bigger too.
Yeah, I just.
Brett, you're just increasing the number of people he's
I
going
know.
to kill.
It's
You
a
gotta
depressing
stop.
thought, honestly.
Then I get a taste for the fucking thing, and I'm just like, Look at that guy over there. He looks delicious. I mean, he looks rich. Will you go
You
get
look
him for
rich,
me?
man.
Drag him
bet
to
it.
me.
I don't want to
you got
eat a
stops?
rich person, but I do think no one in the world needs $1 billion.
I do want to try to eat someone, though. It felt like what you were going with.
Well, here's
I
what
do
I'll
wanna eat a
say.
rich
If I'm
person,
going to eat someone,
but-
it's not going to be a homeless person, because what are you doing?
Yeah,
it's like,
picking up
yeah,
the
it's like I'd
sticks
rather
and
have Kobe
stones.
beef than
I
roadkill.
would
Yeah.
rather share a rich person with a homeless person than a homeless person with a rich. You know what I'm saying?
I think I would eat alone in either of these scenarios.
What? I don't know. Do you want somebody? Oh, so am I choosing to eat because I have to or I want to?
Well, the homeless person is eating because he has to.
I know his situation. All right, we're not worried about that.
We're not talking about him.
You're choosing to eat to prove a point to put fear into rich people, whereas
Oh yeah, then I'm bringing the poor guy in on it too. I
yeah,
want him to
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah, hey,
this is the
I
guy
don't
who
know.
foreclosed on your house.
that's a
Watch him
$350
smile as he
million
chews
cut
him
right
up.
there. This is probably the most disgusting side conversation we've ever had on this podcast.
Eating people? Yeah,
But
it comes up.
if you just for a second pretend that really, really rich people aren't real people, then it's not so bad.
I mean, they've been doing it to me for years, right? They're like, they're not people. It's a numbers game, baby.
Indeed, it is. We've already talked
hungry.
about what we watched, right? We did that.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we introduced it.
We're
If
gonna
that's
do
what
it
you're
again.
asking.
Yeah.
Munchie Strikes Back.
Is what
And
we're
Frankie
talking
Where do
Freako.
I find this, by the way? Munchie Strikes Back.
YouTube.
Okay, same.
Yeah. I
was-
actually tried to buy it. And nowhere. Did not exist.
Unfortunately, I bought Frankie Freako because the buying
buy
price and the renting price were the exact same. And Brittany's like,
Like
"You're not really
$5.
gonna buy this, are you?"
Hey,
I buy it.
Well, I
it's
could
totally
rent
worth
it.
it.
Like,
I also have it on Plex. I'm pretty sure I'll let you all know.
I know, but I've told you before I've had an issue getting on your Plex.
You just tell me when you do it, and we can verify that it works.
Yeah,
And
you tell me to
or
do
it's
things and I do them.
troubleshooting.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I love Frankie Freako. We'll get to that.
Yeah, I think we're starting with Munchie Strikes
yeah,
Back.
we are gonna start with Munchie Strikes Back, and I just want to say, as a kid, maybe we never watched the second one. I remember
Oh,
watching the first
wait,
one and
no.
loving it.
I think you're wrong already.
Yeah.
I had tried to do this back in a little bit ago, and I was fairly certain that we had seen this one more than the first one.
No, because the first one, the VHS or the tape, the cover on it was him with the pizza, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I thought this one had him.
Does he have a pizza again? I don't remember.
Oh no, he's
delivering
floating
pizza.
on a planet on this one, which makes
'cause
even
remember,
less
Grandma would be
goddamn
like,
sense.
You guys want to rent the movie with the guy with the pizza? The guy with the pizza? Let's rent
Yeah,
it.
you're right. But I do remember this movie mainly because I remember
He's got the
the-
fucking hands.
I remember the lawnmower and Munchie in his velour tracksuit.
Yeah. Well,
What a pimp.
I can see why, as kids, we might have liked the first one, even though it was like a cover-up for a porn movie. But this second one is one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
It's got some choices in it that
It's a cover up for a tax
I know
job.
we haven't officially started the timer, and we don't have to if you all want to have a little side conversation about something else. But whenever we're ready, I'm ready to talk about Munchie
Let's
Strikes
do
Back.
it because we're gonna. I
I'm
think
trying to
plow
talk about
through this
Munchie.
fuck.
Okay.
Munchie deserves to be talked about.
Let me go ahead and timer is started. Beep boop boop beep.
You think he'd just install a timer app on his computer so he can see it?
This feels way more official. Actually, that's probably I should do that. Okay, whatever.
Never admit that he's right on camera.
Yeah.
Admit it later.
I'm not gonna edit that out.
Yeah, well,
Damn it.
hopefully you get the intro right this time.
Hopefully. Well, I mean, yeah, you said the title, so I can work with that.
Sometimes you guys just like interject. You know the opening's my time to shine.
Munchie. Oh shit, sorry. That's
If you listen to that Halloween Town one, you're rambling for a moment before we talk, and then it's like, well, we never said the name.
There's
Is
a
that
lot
me?
to talk about in Halloween Town.
I kind of want to play it right now so we can listen to it, and then
You're being real munchy about it.
I don't think that works here.
Yeah,
I think it works anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah, anytime someone
Literally
sees something I don't
Here,
like.
imagine this. Me and this homeless guy eating this rich guy. You're being a real
Munchie would
munchie
join
there.
Does kind of seem like something Munchie would do, though.
I mean, yeah, he'd be on both sides of that.
Yeah. So,
like, Munchie's like, "What is your wish?" And you're like, "I want to eliminate the wealth gap." All of a sudden, you got a rich guy right in front of you. He's like, "Eat him. Go ahead,
Eat 'em.
do it. Eat him."
Oh, buddy, this is what you wanted.
there's a
It's a
price to
wicked
be
party.
paid. I'm like, fuck, all right, get my good silverware out.
Well, at this point, Munchie becomes less of like a little genie thing and more of a what are those things
Spawn
called?
of Satan.
No, the genies that like give you evil wishes, kind of thing.
A
Just
gin?
Yeah, thank you. Although it seems like neither one of you are
actually,
on board
I think
with
there's
this.
one and the same.
I think
we-
it's historically or not,
English people, we just
mythologically it's the same.
reappropriate as you're a genie. We like that word better. Also, you're blue and you're Robin Williams. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, that's when
Love
I think
Robin
of
Williams, that's
genie. I
you.
think of that. When I think of Jin, I think Wishmaster.
Yeah.
What Wishmaster?
I love
Is it Wishmaster? Yeah.
My God, yes it is. I think it's
Oh
the
my
second one is
God.
when he goes, I wish you could make me kiss my ass.
No, that's not what he asked for.
Okay,
I thought he
Mister.
talked about I want my lawyer to f himself up.
To fuck himself. And
Yeah.
he does, that's right.
That's the worst scene I've ever seen in my
That is
life.
one of the greatest things. Just because I was like, okay, they're going for it.
Well, his lawyer's like, I'm about to get you out. I got this and that, and then all of a sudden
No,
it
he's giving him
happens.
hope in that moment. He's like, what? Wait.
See, Wishmaster, Jin, Aladdin,
But-
Genie.
Munchy.
Wishmaster
Munchie.
makes it like because
Jim.
that lawyer was gone, he didn't leave any paper trails or anything behind where he could use it still,
Yeah.
But
Munchie 1, Genie. Munchie Strikes Back, Jin.
he just looks like
This feels like a hard line to draw. I'm down.
Yeah, well,
Mr.
we also
Hanky
lose
turned in-
Dom DeLuise too, and I didn't realize that until we started this.
Howard Hessman plays Munchie now, who was
he
on
sucks.
he was on that like sketch comedy thing with Rick Moranis or
But
something.
he's not funny.
Was it?
It's not Dom DeLuise.
Oh no. But
I didn't care for him. He was.
WKRP in Cincinnati, that show.
Oh, that's actually a good show.
Oh yeah, that's the one where they do the Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
They're
the
dropping the
Turkey Day.
turkeys off.
Yeah.
Turkey Day. Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty
what I always
good.
remember.
So there you go.
So maybe he is funny, but he's not Dom DeLuise.
No, and that's okay.
Isn't
This is.
I mean,
That
yeah,
will.
you know what? It doesn't matter who it's going to be. It's going to suck. It is a change, so where Dom DeLuise at least adds a flair of kind of childish humor to it. It felt like, and this guy just feels more like he's sprung it end of his time.
yeah.
Yeah, you feel like you're
He's
like a
not going to
raging
stoop down
alcoholic.
to a child's level.
That's trying to reconnect with his
just
kid.
call it quits. Yeah. Oh,
No,
my
he's
He's a
God.
worse.
goddamn
Yeah.
superstar.
Munchie number one. Kid, you want a video? Munchie doesn't get out of bed for less than 250 grand.
Don't you all love when he gets to the TV and like that kid's rambling it off? But the setup
love
looks like
any
those
part of
old
it.
THX commercials. I think that's what it is, where the guy
Yeah,
sits
the
in the
sound.
chair and then the speaker.
Yeah, THX or Dolby, I can't remember, but
Yeah, something.
Oh god, I want to get to that. I want to talk about Munchie and his wish capabilities.
All right, so let's do this.
So many things.
Trenton
That was
Knight
Jed. Son name.
is Chris, our main kid this time.
Oh, you're gonna give us a little
Gage
cast.
is in this for a second. The kid from the 1st one. He's a little grown up, and
Looking a little worse for the wear, honestly.
I mean, he didn't start
don't
out with a
remember him in
nice
it.
foundation.
He's at the very beginning there, blowing up a school.
Oh my God! Yes, that's the part I want to
That's
talk
right.
about. But
That's right.
Leslie Ann
let's do
Down
cash. Let's do
is
cash.
Chris's mom, and her British accent just fluctuates in and out, and they don't give a fuck.
No second takes.
Andrew Stevens is Shelby Carlisle. That's the bad guy.
Oh.
He was also in the first one, right?
Yeah, he was the
The bad guy.
the boyfriend.
The
Yeah,
future stepdad.
it's just weird in this one how they. We'll get to all this.
Yep.
But also, Coach Elkins is John Biner. It doesn't matter because he's nobody. But God, I kind of like that guy.
That
was awesome.
His little Canadian tuxedo, his little one-liners. Dude was like he was playing like he was Bad News Bears coach.
They were
and
doing
no
Bad
one
News
else
Bears.
were onto
They were
it.
doing
They
Bad
were
News.
doing it.
He was
But
getting
no one
pissed
else in
because
the
he's like,
movie was doing it except him.
he's like, you guys don't want to do Bad News
Worked for
Bears
me.
with me?
Yeah. He's like, I'm just as good as Rodney Dangerfield, except I say
Come on.
everything real subtly and without any kind of energy.
Shut up, Brett.
Yeah. Hey, kid thinks
But-
he's so great.
Yeah, fuck
And this
you, kid.
was
Coke.
Wait a sec. Who
I need
directed
a Coke.
this one? Jim Wynorski, who
That's
is
a
a
name.
Roger Corman staple director. Jim, you might know from. He directed Chopping Mall and The Return of Swamp Thing,
Both good movies.
and Deathstalker 2, a mystery science theater movie. If you haven't
Yeah.
ever seen that one, it's really good.
Chopping
And
Mall's
The Blair
fantastic.
Lynch Project. But
That
Roger
explains a
Corman.
lot.
I only remember that because I was at a friend's house.
Okay, I
This
don't.
is when we were way too young for any of this, and I have always referenced that movie because it like showed up on. You know how like back in the day you'd have the guide scrolling,
Yeah.
and it showed up on Cinemax, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And so we flipped to it and did not expect that. But so from now on, usually.
Wait. You put on Blair Lynch Project and you didn't know what to expect there.
I did not. We were like in 4th or 5th grade. But anytime like I name a porno movie as like a joke, I usually start off with the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, like the Bear Witch. I'm actually going to these guys' movies.
That movie
and
came out in 2000.
Yeah.
This guy,
Blair Witch.
it's
Oh my god, I
amazing.
wasn't in 5th grade.
No, you were not in 5th grade.
I was in 6th grade or 7th
Oh
grade.
no!
And that came out in 2000. It might have been on Cinemax
Okay.
later.
I'm going to just go through some of
It's
these
pretty
movies.
quick. No, that was a direct to Cinemax movie. What are you talking about?
Right, it didn't hit theaters.
Fourth Wives, House on Hooter Hill, The Da Vinci Co-ed,
Okay.
Cleveland Field, The Devil Wears Nada, The Hills Have Size, Busty Cops and the Jewel of Denial. I don't. That
Oh
one
my
gets
god.
me.
You're doing me a huge favor. I'm going to add all these to my list of
He has
movies to
one called
reference.
Paradaconda. That's fantastic.
You guys ever seen The Devil Wears Nada?
I'm using that one.
Shark Kansas Women's Prison Massacre. Scared Topless.
that's
Shark
too much.
Babes.
I still kind of want to defend
Oh, we
myself
got
a little bit
Bigfoot
here.
or bust.
I honestly thought it was like the Blair Witch. I didn't know what the hell a wench was at the time. I don't
Let alone
really
a fair
think.
one.
Like I don't know. I didn't put it together.
The Escorts
So-
3.
Whatever.
Vampirella.
True story.
Would you
though,
shut up
there is-
over there, Matt?
There's
He has 150 movies.
Yeah, and you just listed all half of them.
I'm still going. Anyways, this
I
movie,
like
though.
the
someone
Devil Wears Nada.
somewhat
I-
famous in this though, right?
Huh?
The girl, Natanya
I know
Ross,
the first one.
right?
Oh,
She
Natanya
was
Ross,
on that awful
Jennifer.
TV show.
Oh, God.
She was on
The Secret World of Alex
what? No, wait. Here's what I think I know why you know her. She's on Little Monsters.
She's in the Bear Winch.
She's in Little Monsters with Howie Mandel.
Yes, but she's also in the Secret World of Alex Mack and the Babysitter's Club movie.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I don't know the Secret World of Alex
Either one of
Mack.
those.
You don't
I know
remember the TV
Babysitter's Club
show?
movie.
Secret
No.
World of Alex Mack?
No.
You're lying, Brennan. You're just trying to act cool in front of Matt.
I don't know it.
Featuring
You
Jessica
remember this girl?
Alba.
She falls in like this like vat or something like that, and she gets like
The
all
Joker?
these special stupid powers.
Danny Phantom?
It looks familiar, but I'm not gonna be like I
She
know
like
this
can turn
thing.
into like this blob and go under doors.
What a
So
The
stupid.
T1000? Like, I don't know.
So she could like go into like this little blob of goo or whatever, and then like slide under a door to get to another
What a-
secret location.
Shitty superpower to get for
well,
chemical
She
burns.
essentially became the senator.
She could shoot
in X-Men.
electricity.
The one they turn him into. He's like,
The one that
"Kill me,
explodes."
please."
She could also shoot electricity out of her fingers.
Well, there,
Just
we're
still.
giving it a little something at least. You
I
started
know.
out with
I
fucking
don't know.
sliding
I
under
swear to God,
doors.
it came on like right after Pete and Pete would come on. or
That's
something
why
like
it
that.
looks familiar, but I mean, I don't know that well, that much.
And so I'm looking at these like shows. Salute Your Shorts. Do you remember that stupid camp
Yeah.
show?
Yeah,
That only ran for like a year.
that's all it needed to,
Should
and
probably
it's
tell
still
you
going in my
something.
heart.
How is it? Every time I hear it, it makes me wanna. Matt, you don't know anything about that. You weren't even born yet.
Camp
Probably
wanna. We
Yeah,
hold you
I've never
in
heard
our
of this before.
hearts. And when we think about you, it makes us wanna.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
It makes us wanna. Fair Winds Project.
I'm not gonna feel guilty about that. I think this girl is the most famous girl of anyone in this movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here's my question, though.
She's not
for-
Jennifer Love Hewitt like the last movie.
Yeah, the
but-
first one had that, but
or Jennifer
For-
Love.
For you, Brett, for this Bear Winch project, just to go back
Oh,
on it one last
God.
time. How long until you turned it off?
Almost immediately.
I thought you were
I was
going to say
at-
it
almost,
starts right away.
almost credit
I was
time.
at Vincent's house and we turned it on. It was like 11:30 at night, and we're like, "Oh my god!" I can even tell you what we switched it on to. It was,
We've been in
Steve
Corbin
Irwin.
in 2000?
Uncle Buck.
Yeah, but I went to Vincent's house in Campbellsville.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That makes
So we
sense.
switched it to a Steve Irwin show and watched him have a viper spit in his eye. So pretty much the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just the
Snakes
PG version.
spitting in eyes. Yeah. No, but I'm not gonna feel guilty about this one.
No, we're good
Good.
now. Okay, so Munchie. We get the cast out
Strikes
of the way.
Back.
So it starts out with Gage and Munchie just hanging out with.
How the hell do you remember that kid's name? Did you look that up?
No, I remember that fucking thing. But
Wait, Munchie or the kid? That's it. We're talking about the kid.
one and the same.
Brandon.
One and the same.
Munchie's sitting there talking to the kid, and he's like, "Munchie, your voice, you don't sound like a raging alcoholic anymore. What happened?"
The
I'm
cocaine
still
habit
raging
got me
alcoholic.
Gage.
I don't know, kid. Let's listen to this band.
Oh, the band is who I wanted to talk.
Yeah, I kind of thought so.
Because they are the same band from the first one, and the more I
course
look
they
at them, I'm going to call them the Bland
Band at the house
Underground. Yeah, they were
Well,
at the
I like
house
that
party.
bland underground. That's pretty
Instead
good.
of Lou Reed, we got Hugh Bede, and instead of Nico, we got Rico.
They know what they're doing.
Wait, are you being? That was their names?
No, but it should
Okay.
be.
Oh, okay. Well, it's canon now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they
Added
come
to the
back
Munchie
later
canon,
again.
Matt.
I do want to say that. So,
Yeah, so it starts with this party at a high school
and
with
everybody.
kids running around the high school. It's like anarchy. This band's playing, and Munchie blows up the high school.
And Gage is at an age now that
He
Munchie
knows better.
is kind of a threat, right?
There was also
You start
In
young,
people
you're
in high school.
innocent. Wait, let me point this out. You're young enough, you have an innocence to you. Once you start hitting puberty and you got hormones raging and you've got this genie next to you, you got some problems. And you got some questions that might get asked. You know,
I thought you
don't-
meant like they were a problem for each other, like they were both competing for the same girl or something.
I mean,
Oh,
they
I
might.
mean, Munchie's
Gage
you know,
is old enough
4
that
feet
him
tall.
and Munchie were both chasing the same piece of booty.
Same
Gage is
tail.
at a moment where he's had this omnipresent being next to him, right, where he gets whatever he wants, and he's like, now just like a wealthy guy, you keep giving him everything, and he sees that Munchie wants a girl once, and he says, I got all the power. Give me what you got, Munchie. And Munchie's like, no, don't take her. No. Please, no.
God, I meant to blow up the school with you in it, Gage.
Well, actually, listen
not
to
a
why he blows up the
necromancer.
school. He doesn't tell Gage he's going to blow up the school. It's a surprise,
Wait,
which is...
But Gage,
That's
you don't
what I
think he knows?
He blows it up to get rid of his black marks on his record,
Yeah.
which is such a
That tells
monstrous,
you right
horrible
away.
thing to do.
Think about what that kid's done that makes it worth blowing that school up.
Hey, here's the fucking
And there was
question.
definitely people in that school.
Why couldn't
We
he do
just
a
saw
wish? Why couldn't he make a wish to just have that taken care of? Is
That
this like
was
the
his wish.
necromancy? He can't resurrect the dead?
This is Jin version of Munchie. That's what I'm saying.
glad-
That was his
I'm-
wish.
I'm also going to bring this up because a fun note about this film, it has no consistency with anything it says
Wow,
at
that's
any
a
point in this film.
harsh.
Yeah, no shit.
Munchie lays down his powers at one point and then ignores it 5 seconds later.
Yep.
He does do that. How did that happen?
The mom, actually, I guess we go to the next. Well, we'll get to it too, but the mom mentions what her job is, and they like change it like halfway and then come back around to it. So I love it. You can tell a lot of passion went into this. It's like
Even
5
how
different
we-
people wrote the script.
We solved the mom's problem, and then she gets in trouble. But then it's solved automatically.
Yeah, it's okay. So
That's all right. We don't have to figure this out. I mean, it's part of my job. But do you want to work with me, baby?
Yeah, we're just gonna write this down and see what happens. Okay.
What we don't know is that IRS guy or whatever, the Fed, he's got his own little version of Munchie, and he's like, "Get me a woman."
Munchie, I need a woman. I need her under. I need to have power over her, Munchie.
Yeah, get her fired. Get $20,000 to fly into her. Oh, she asked for this already? Well, fuck, we're just meeting in
Oh
the
my
middle.
God, Munchie, just intersect that. I can't give you people. Grant me people, Kronos. Which leads us to our second thing.
Oh my God.
Munchie goes to tribunal court in heaven for blowing up the school, which I feel that's fair.
Or is it what we missed before that? He's done.
It's also what we missed because they bring up a few serious charges.
Gage, you want to eat a person?
Don't have to be rich, Gage. Yeah, so this court in heaven is presided over by Kronos, god of time of, I think, Roman and Greek.
Greek.
Right? Yeah, Greek. Titan. And who's all in the court? We have Elvis Presley. It's a very
course.
American-centric court.
Very modern, right? Elvis doing the worst Elvis impressions too.
It really
Worst.
was.
Oh, hey, there, little girl.
Oh, this
I'm
little guy right
also
here
the
was...
voice actor for Johnny Bravo.
Watch me comb my hair real fast.
Oh, my sunglasses.
It's me, Marilyn Monroe.
We have Marilyn Monroe. Who are the... We have Colonel Sanders, who doesn't utter a
eating
word.
What is he
chicken.
doing there?
I was kind of hoping it was Mark Twain, and then I saw the chicken, and I was like, God damn it, it's Colonel
did
Sanders.
anyone call for some racism? 'Cause
Because I got a fucking fool.
He's a racist expert. He's like,
blacks
I
asked for a jury of their peers, and I'm going
oh
to
my
make damn
God.
sure that doesn't happen.
No, you don't need that guy on the tribunal. He's like, all right, today we've got Martin Luther King here. He goes, yeah, we're going to hang him.
Yeah, I don't need the evidence, Your Honor. He wasn't
Say
even
no
invited.
more.
He just showed up with chicken. They're like, well, shit, he's here with chicken, so.
I heard there's going to be one of them here today. Are you even dead yet, man?
Who let you out of hell? Why do you keep coming up those steps? Cleopatra, who, I guess, sure.
What's
She
up,
even
Cleo?
says her...
Yeah, and
Yeah, because
yes.
she goes, I'm the goddess of
I am
the...
Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, or some shit.
Oh, no, she says, I'm the goddess of the Nile. And it's like, all right, that's
it.
reaching.
And then Colonel Sanders pushed her down.
There you are. I swear, isn't there one
It looks like I got a
Lincoln.
concubine. Yeah.
Hey, so some of the things that Munchie got blamed on him were the sinking of Atlantis, the crash of the Hindenburg,
A few million, a few
the
thousand.
cataclysm of Vesuvius, and the meltdown of Chernobyl.
Oh shit! So that's the one that got him.
I'd imagine he
Blowing
was
up the
still
school.
with Gage when that happened, right?
That's
Because
what
didn't
I-
the first Munchie come out in the 80s time frame?
Yeah, I think that's a
So
little
Gage
before.
did Chernobyl.
Gage is like, hey, Munchie, I kind of don't want Russia to win the Cold War. Can we do something about it?
We need to make it
Signal
look
war.
better. Munchie, I've got a lot of money in oil. I really don't want nuclear power to take off, if you know what I mean. So can you just like,
He's got it
put a
strong,
PR out?
please.
I'm gonna blow one up. I don't know about that, Munchie. That's a little much. No, it's cool. I
Gage,
got
why are
rid of
you
the-
trading in stocks? You
I'm
could just
bored,
ask for
Munchie.
the
You
money.
give me everything I want.
Yeah. I gotta play the game. So, who is it? Elvis that stands up for him and is like, "Give this little man a
good
shot."
guy right there.
Yeah, I remember.
course Elvis stands up for him.
He was the first one that gave me pills 70
He
years
got
ago.
that child raised.
Actually, what he specifically says is, hey, Munchie's all right. He's not that bad. Right after they list how he's probably killed 20, 30,000 people. It would be like at the Nuremberg trial if someone's like, listen, guys, Hitler's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he killed a lot of people, but
His
like,
advances
you know,
in science, and
He
are we
does
even
funny
sure
shit
the
with his
Holocaust
hands.
happened?
yeah. I mean, like, things happen. Give him another chance. But yeah,
Hey,
so that's,
hey, pretty mama.
I feel like Elvis should not be there.
His gym. I like your stash. And then they let him go. But yeah, he gets the tribunal, and they send him back down to. I love the thing that he's needed for. Is a bratty fucking kid who is pretty wealthy, actually. It should be, and whose dad has died.
Yeah, it's not
I
much of
guess
a punishment.
he asked for a favor. The dad, in the end, we find out, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, way to ruin the whole
What, the
thing.
surprise?
My God.
I
Yeah.
almost didn't notice it because I had my eyes closed,
what
rolling
did
in the back
Brennan
of my
ruin
head.
there?
Huh?
He
The whole thing was a setup by the dad.
What's ruined?
Actually, ruined the dad wishing for all. Actually, this kind of paints a dad in a negative light because he also would have seen this whole court.
yeah.
Oh,
And like, hey, this guy's a monster. He needs
He's
to
like-
go to hell.
he's
He's
like,
like,
hey,
actually, my son needs help. Once again,
so
Nelson
did he
Sanders
also
down there.
envision his ex hooking up
That's like,
with a
kid, you
new
want
guy?
some chicken?
There's no way. That's
That he
that's
was
a
like,
Munchie special.
also give my wife, that poor widow, give her a new man. And
she needs a man.
let me watch.
Did he really? Let me watch.
That's what it seems like because he's up there and the guy's like, so
Yeah.
we
Well, let us
succeeded,
hold
right? And he's like,
Colonel's like, oh yeah, he gets it.
Colonel's over there, he's got the suit jacket on but no shirt under it. And he's just like all greased up.
Chicken greased.
We
I'm
spent
gonna
a
do
lot of
gator
time on this
slide on you.
tribunal, just to be clear. We not enough time on baseball and too much time on the tribunal.
If
We
you
spent too much time on baseball and not enough
But
tribunal.
we can jump ahead with this. Munchie gets sent back down, and
We're not there yet, though.
we also do have a hard cut
He's
of the
right.
sexual harassment.
There you go. There's
We
where we need
start
to
off
be.
with some pretty heavy sexual harassment from the boss.
Pretty heavy.
On
This
to
is
his
a
mom.
weird setup because they don't really seem to know each other, but it seems like he's been scoping her out and had a plan
For
that
a
this would work.
long time. But
Also, it's kind of messed up that they're like, let's make a kid movie. We need a bad guy. What do bad guys do? Sexual assault.
Fuck your mom.
Kids know that's evil, I bet.
Yeah.
They sure do, Tom. God, we got to get him
Tom,
away
where's
from
your
the writer's
shirt?
room.
Where's that
Tom, did you
bucket
get
of
fired
chicken
from your
come
last
from?
job for sexual
they probably
harassment?
had a completely this was supposed to be like entirely a baseball movie, but they're like, we don't have a bad guy. I just realized Brett's not a real bad guy. We should get one.
Or this sexual harassment thing was the starting point to a different kind of movie. And there's another movie like that is out
I
there.
see.
And
Yeah.
they did this split off, and this is the Munchie route.
I
The
would
movie, she says
imagine
yes.
Every time we watch
This
a Roger
Munchie.
Corman movie, that could be a fact.
There's some though.
It's a
No,
beautiful fact.
but yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Schrodinger's
Yeah.
porno.
Fair Winds Project.
Yeah.
Once again, Death Stalker 2.
That's exactly what it is. Matt's right. It's like the show Schrodinger's cat. Like sometimes you open it and it's porno, sometimes it's a kid's movie.
It just depends which
You don't know
reality.
until you finish the movie.
You got to get through the first 30 minutes and you might know, but you really don't.
there's the boobs. It's a porno.
Yeah, we got 45
He
minutes
also
into a
did-
baseball
you-
game.
You watch the entire. entire movie and you think it's a kid's movie, and right at the end, nope, there's sex right there.
There's 20 minutes left.
Why is the baseball coach sleeping with his mom? Wait, are they gonna go full frontal?
Is that a close up of Munchie's hand? Oh, no.
That's
I
just
thought it was a
Munchie
cigar.
Dude.
It's not a cigar.
Run, Munchie. He's got you. Yeah, this film. Oh god, it's also so we know that this guy's a bad guy for obvious reasons. We then meet the second bad guy here soon.
He's also the same bad guy in the original movie.
Yeah, well, I meant like the next bad guy is Brett, right? The kid.
Yeah, but he's not really a bad guy.
Yeah,
He's just a
thought he was that
shit-talking
guy's
baseball
son.
player.
He's
Yeah,
a dick.
he's not like an
He's a
actual-
big old bag of dicks.
Yeah,
No,
but he
he's
backs it
not.
up.
He backs it up. What the?
He's
I'm
a
just
damn
saying-
good baseball player.
Yeah. He's just giving him crap because, the other guy can't pitch. Those were not strikes.
No,
Like,
they
just-
weren't.
They
Well,
were.
no, but this.
Also,
guy's a
we need to talk
dick,
about the
man.
pitching mechanics in this movie because
Listen,
they're.
I'm not gonna hate on anyone named Brett who's just a good athlete. You know what I'm saying?
I think my
Well,
note
we don't know if
was,
he's a good athlete, but
here's our other bad guy. Of course, his name's Brett.
shit.
I will say that name is pretty common for being like a douchebag, preppy white guy. Brett, come on, let's go home.
Come on, Brett.
You heard what he said to me. You heard that. He said my dad isn't as rich as his dad. Let it go, Brett.
They beat us in the Camp Classic last year. Monica doesn't look at me the same, dude.
I like the idea of there's like on a regular show you have Mordecai and the Blondikai.
Oh, yeah.
But you have the Bretta guys or something.
It's just a group of them. Hey, Brett. Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Hell of a pitch, Brett. Hell of a catch,
You know what's
Brett.
best about being a Brett? It's that we're Brett.
No, Bretts don't know.
Anyways,
God, you want to watch the Bear Witch before?
Sorry. Hi, Brett.
before
Directed
we
by
skip
Brett.
over the sexual... There was one part of the sexual harassment scene that was fantastic. Is when she pushes him over and he
Oh, he
falls
turtles.
in the chair.
He turtles and he can't get up, and you just watch it.
But it's the most. You can clearly tell he doesn't know how to do any kind of physical acting or physical humor at all, because he's just like squirming around, and he's like, I have to act like I can't stand up. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Oh man.
I just have them. I need help.
But
God, that's
because
such a high and low for an acting. So I need to act super serious, pretend to sexually assault this woman, and then I need to do physical comedy that I can't stand up.
Yep.
In one scene.
Yep. And then in the next scene, he gives her her pink slip, and she's fired.
She's fired. Her other friend's fired, who we assume were both in the accounting department. And she goes, I don't know what I'm going to do for a job. I guess I'll go back and be a bartender. I'm like, wait a minute.
Now,
Wait a minute. We just,
But were you hired as an unqualified person?
like, maybe you guys should be fired.
Yeah. Did you know why he hired you, and you just didn't live up to your end? Is that what's happening here?
You're the accountant.
Like,
What, bro?
I hired you like a week ago as a bartender for an accounting job, and you said you would just be my sex slave, and now you're not. That's kind of fucked up. You're fired.
Yeah. And by the
I'm
way,
counting on you to take those clothes off.
Oh my God, he wasn't the villain.
I do want to say, Andrew Stevens, you all, just to connect over to our sister show, Murder, She Wrote.
is he in an episode, or did he like direct?
David Tolliver,
Oh my
he
God, we
plays.
should
He's
watch.
the guy he's the young dude that is interested in Jessica. He keeps hitting on her.
Wait,
Her
the one where
intern.
he's her secretary
Yes,
or intern?
he's looking at her typing. He's like, I can type 3,000 words per second. And
Oh my God, that
God.
is him.
That's the one she proves a murder because a receipt was left on the desk or something. It was like the most circumstantial, pulled it out of her ass last minute one, I think. Like,
yeah, she helps
Well,
him
it's
out.
one
They
of
think
many,
it's
but
him,
yeah,
but it
one of
ends up
many.
being her, like that the secretary that's in
Secretary.
love with.
Yeah.
the dean.
So,
yeah.
Just so you all know.
Is it a dean or professor?
That's all the same.
That's right.
There we
Murder,
go.
She Wrote
Shit, that
has
is
titles.
him. You're so good call. Let's call it a day, boys. Let's go home.
I've
You
been
know what?
holding
I don't wanna
on
talk
to
bad
that
about this guy.
since I
neither.
forgot it. I think in the first Munchie episode we did, and I was like, I know that guy, and I gotta say it. I've gotta say
He
it.
was weird at that episode too.
Maybe that's just who he is. He's just into people he works with.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's nothing illegal about that.
There's nothing illegal
somebody
about
get
me
fired.
coming on to you. Do you want to work in this town or not? Then don't get under me.
I'm giving you a compliment because you're good looking.
Once again,
Take it.
It's
Yeah, I'd like to imagine
Not-
you with no shirt on.
not
But
that
we
a
have a company
bartender.
dress code to protect you.
I'm not finished.
Bartenders can be accountants. It happens, but
Oh, yeah, not
there's
you,
also
bro.
a huge chance that they were completely underqualified for this job.
You know, accountants also not. You know what? Not accountants. How about almost everybody in the world? At least their accent, you know where they're fucking from.
Oh my god, that's
And they're
probably what it
static.
was.
They're not dynamic.
Well, unless you see a movie with a funny accent, and then you got to copy it like a week.
But yeah. The problem is
What?
where she's like doing out of
Boy,
nowhere.
Cuddy.
She's like,
She, up, down.
what's
I'm
the
a
kid's
mannequin.
name again?
I just
don't
was
know.
gonna say that.
Was it Chris? Yeah, Chris.
Chris.
Right, Chris. We're gonna be moving back to England soon. Like out of nowhere. I was
Oh,
like,
Chris, I
what's
don't know
going on
what we're
here?
gonna do.
Oh bloody
Oh, Chris.
Chris, we've got to go do this now.
I'll put
I
it on my
named you
credit
Chris because
card.
I like fish and chips.
Which in America
I like
is
the Colonel's chicken.
the Colonels. Love you, Colonel.
Keep them
Colonel,
greasy.
help me with my money crisis. I'm sending a Munchie because fuck them.
So we go from this scene. Mom's come home. Mom's been laid
Grace
off.
it up a bit.
But luckily, we get to watch a baseball practice.
Oh my god.
Oh, and
the first of many.
I love this song.
I don't know.
I
the
mean, I do
song.
not.
The
Every
song
time.
plays in the game.
Yeah.
The rendition of like a John
generic-ass
Mellencamp song.
baseball.
Which would
game.
make you think that the baseball game would just be like a little, what is it called? When
Like a
it's
montage?
yeah, montage. Nope,
Yeah.
it's a full-on fucking
It lasts
baseball
longer than the
game.
song could go on.
It lasts
loops.
longer than a regular baseball game does nowadays.
No.
I've gone to see little league games that last less time than that one.
I don't know about that.
They needed a pitch clock.
That was a 45-minute baseball game, Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we have the practice first where we find that Brett is the star athlete.
He's a hell of a
And
baseball
that
player.
shit talker
Yes.
to Chris. And
Shit
the
talker.
coach is a shit talker to him. To Brett.
I
where
feel like
he's
the coach gives everyone
I
shit.
know where you live. I love that line.
He
I'm
does.
like,
He does.
damn, man.
Why would you say that to a kid?
That's scary on a few levels.
Like, maybe the coach is the bad guy. We're still trying to find the bad guy.
No,
I mean, we found
yeah,
him in
maybe.
the office.
No, maybe there's two bad guys.
Yeah.
Once again,
But
we
yeah,
don't
it's-
know that he's the bad guy. We're just told.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
Carno steps
And
out
this
of the
is
shadows.
like the mid
That would
early
be me, boy.
90s.
Dr. White.
Honestly, that guy's behavior was probably perfectly normal at the time.
What,
I mean-
coach?
I mean, hence why we go to Bill Clinton later on in this movie.
we do go to
No,
Bill
not the
Clinton later on.
coach, the
Oh.
sexual harasser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the coach.
that was
that's
a weird
just wrong.
cut in
Sexual
the end,
harasser in
and
the
I'm like,
80s.
so Munchie doesn't just help kids. I get that, I'm guessing, but he just hops around But so Munchie can only be one place at a time. We put him on a level where we're like, a president needs you, right? But we're also gonna
This
have you on a
8-year-old.
case of a fucking kid just wants shit. Do stuff for
I
him.
mean, it's
Yeah.
as long as it's in the United States, Munchie is down.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
will not
Munchie,
go
this
to the-
kid doesn't have a dad. He's about to lose his house. Oh, cool. I bet he wants like a family. And no, he actually
Is
just
he
wants
white?
to impress a girl.
Yeah, Munchie, you idiot.
Yeah. Get my boy Chris laid.
True,
Yeah,
true
yeah.
story. In a
About-
movie that's only, what, 74 minutes?
Yeah.
About 25 of it, I'm looking at, is a baseball game.
God damn.
It
that doesn't include the 10-minute baseball practice.
It's as exciting as watching a little league game.
You had to, it's as exciting as it sounds.
Yeah, I mean, like you're just
it's trash. This movie's shit.
They don't even do like slow motion sports camera. You know, like they don't even. They don't do the Chariot of Fire song.
Get
Nothing.
weird, wacky
There's
baseballs thrown.
Weird, wacky baseballs. The way you said that sounded very Woody Allen-ish.
That was cool.
Is that Woody Allen?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I thought so.
Neurotic guy. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like what's his name? Christopher.
I was going to ask her down, but Annie Hall.
Christopher. You are
Walken.
so. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
yeah, Watts is. Never mind. Totally
Yeah,
different
Christopher
actor.
Waltz is a really good
amazing
actor.
actor.
What is it?
Christopher Walken. Yeah. Hey, you're talking to the Munchie.
Illness.
Oh,
Munch thing.
wrong.
Cure this. Give me more munch.
Oh my
Give me
god,
the
he would have made
Munchie.
an amazing Munchie.
Yeah, he does the weird hand motions just like Munchie does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a nervous tick.
Do you think he was
Some
playing
cocaine.
Munchie? Was it? Is it Munchie the? Do you think he was playing Munchie the night Robert Wagner threw his wife off the boat?
Jesus Christ.
That's really always is. I don't even care
financial
for
freedom?
most true
It's
crime
awesome.
shit, but that one's always like that shit.
Get him.
They're
Just do it. They will fight on some of the shots.
They'll be fine. We're gonna get out and come up with a story.
I like the idea of Munchie summoning the sharks.
Eat her.
Yeah,
They're
cut
not
a
as good
little.
at pigs, but you know.
So yeah,
Fuck are we? We're at a baseball practice
game
with the Canadian tuxedo coach. We're not at the game yet, Brendan. Don't
Oh, yeah,
rush this.
practice.
Yeah, so
Well, it's
I think
the
we
day
can summarize
before.
practice was Brett trash talks. Chris
Yeah, he
likes the
does.
girl that
Hell
plays
yeah.
first base. I
Chris
forgot her name.
has something
Jen.
up his sleeve.
Jennifer is kind of into Brett because he's a bad boy, but she's also into Chris because Chris is a fucking
He's not a
loser,
bad
and
boy.
she's like, I'm better than you. I kind of want
I'm
to stay
superior.
around you so you always know I'm
This
better
is
than
like
you.
one of those like under my thumb.
Oh yeah. I won't do
No,
your
he will always
dirty
be
work.
the boy next door that she like goes to like share. Oh my God, Brett and me.
he's
with
her
this.
Angus.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. God, that hurts. That's why Munchie gotta sit down. Teach this kid a lesson. He's like, you can't be. That's
You don't
not a
be
good
a
place to
man.
be.
Man.
You get stuck in the
Grandpa's
friend
not
zone.
George Scott. Is that it? George Scott? Is that his name?
We're struggling with names today.
Yeah, damn it.
We know Munchie.
Munchie, deliver us the memory to do
Colonel
this.
Sanders.
George
give
C.
you
Scott.
the
So I
lead.
was right. George C.
Oh,
Scott.
George Scott. Nice.
Yeah, because that's Angus's grandpa in that movie. It's always weird to see him in there. The guy who was Patton is now Angus's grandpa.
Money was tight. All right. But we kind of get introduced to these characters, and then we go home. And this is when Munchie shows up, I think. And if something happens between then, I don't think it was important.
It does not matter. What happens is
No,
the
Munchie
mom's
shows up
like,
and gives him a video game.
Yeah, Munchie shows up and he starts getting wishes, and this is the point when Munchie lays down one of his rules. I can't just make things happen.
can't raise the dead.
Magic
Yeah,
has a
you also
price.
can't raise the dead,
Magic has a price, man.
which I don't.
If I give you $1 million, I gotta go eat some rich guy somewhere else and take it from him, man.
Take it from him.
Yeah.
So the kid takes advantage, gets a video game that he like needlessly lists out the specs of. I don't.
But
So I need a
let's talk about this
16-bit, 32 megabyte RAM in the 90s.
So we waste time with the 5-minute car chase scene, which is pure shit. For some reason,
But okay, hold on. I want to go
plane
to this
is
car
just-
chase scene. He says I can't create stuff, and then he says I wish this video game was more real. So he creates a virtual world with the cars that he races,
So he
and like
creates
guns and
stuff.
stuff. So he could definitely create shit. He's just lying to this kid.
I don't. There's not a lot of real logic going on here, fellas.
But
But
here's
it's
the
like
problem. This
next
kid
scene.
wishes for
Yeah.
all this shit. His room is full of shit that clearly he didn't even get to use.
There's a
And then-
drum set there, and Mom didn't wake up.
And then Munchie has to make it all disappear the next morning. And it's like it never even, like none of the shit even mattered.
You wasted your time.
Munchie's
my
like,
time,
did you want this or did
They
you want
rummaged
people to know
through
you
Roger
had
Corman's
it?
house to put stuff in there. You know? You
just
want my
robbed
drum
a Radio
set? Go
Shack.
ahead.
No, what Roger Corman did is he used the company to finance all that shit that he could buy, so
then
then
he
he could
kept
put
it.
it all in his
Tax
house
write-off.
later on.
Oh, look who's got a new drum set, Roger.
I want a new drum set. Let's make a Munchie movie. We'll write it off.
Get me an
need a
Elvis
walkie-talkie.
impersonator.
My kid's got a little
love
league
Elvis.
game. We'll just go shoot that.
Oh God.
Yeah, make him feel big. I hate him.
But it looks like he's kind of giving out life lessons, but also Munchie is just a bad person.
Also, the life lesson's stupid as shit.
Yeah. Did you want this stuff or did you want people to know you had it? What the fuck difference does it make, Munchie?
Yeah, what you fuck you? Just give me the game, bro.
No, I wanted the
that's
game.
not
My
a
wallet
lesson.
doesn't
Did
have
you
a
want
jaw.
this stuff?
Like,
Or did you want, you know?
Yeah.
did you
It's a
actually
little
want
bit of
this?
both.
What if
Either
what if
way
the kid
is
said,
a
yes,
shitty
Munchie, I wanted
direction
this.
to go. Because
Yeah.
You gonna hold this over me, Munchie? With your immortality and your magic? Like,
Munchie, do you want to be here?
to school.
you don't tell me shit.
All right, kid, you can only play the blow-up school card for so long, and then it's over. I'm leaving.
I'll call the cops, Munchie. Like, I'll call KGB. I know that's the noble.
He
Like,
doesn't
he will
have to
come
say that.
pick
He
you
says,
up.
hey, either do it, or guess who's going to hell, Munchie?
All I have to do is call up Kronos, and he's going to take your ass to be Satan's
I
little
will
bitch
walk
boy.
to the KFC down the street, and I will ask for the colonel.
Go get your
Turn that ass
boy,
into
Jimmy!
fried chicken.
I would like to speak to the colonel. He did.
I tell you, he did. What?
He
What
did.
are you saying,
What do
sir?
you want?
Tell him I have his Munchie.
He did.
He comes out like, oh damn it! I can't. Who's the Polos from Las Polos in Breaking Bad?
Oh,
you know?
Breaking Bad. That's having
That
his
ain't
face
my
missing from the
Munchie, all
fire.
back to the sea.
That
Go
Munchie
ahead and
belongs to the
summon the
streets.
sharks, Munchie. For you.
Bake Munchie turned to making
Also-
fried chicken.
The principal from the first movie is the gardening
Complete throwaway
neighbor.
bullshit. Doesn't matter.
High ass
It's
fucking
complete
short.
bullshit. He
It's-
talked about his flowers forever. It's like Roger Corman just wanted to take care of his friend here.
Hey, I'm
wanna
okay
touch
with
that
that.
Flowers. Those flowers get ran over. It doesn't matter. They just move past it. This guy is a waste of 5 minutes.
He sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it did.
It
But
sucked.
the only thing there's a purpose in there where it's like, oh yeah, I remember you from the first one. That's it. And that's it.
Yeah, but he didn't have like 20 lines
Yeah,
of
but
dialogue.
that doesn't satisfy you.
No,
you know what I mean?
all I want to say is,
satisfied.
let's do a
Munchie's your
stare
man.
and compare real quick. How many other characters in this
really
movie
want me
can
to
you
satisfy
totally
you?
not remember at all? That is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
There's the
I'll
moment
give you
I
that.
remembered him from something. From the
Yep.
rest of it, I don't know.
These aren't real people. Oh, yes. So at
Anyways.
this point,
He's mowing the yard, and then Munchie takes over the lawnmower so the kid doesn't have to mow like 7 feet of grass.
yeah, the kid says, oh, I got to get this lawn mowed before I can do my game. And it's going to take all day, and it's maybe 30 square feet of grass. It's like the time that you spent bitching to Munchie, you would have been done. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't much. And also, the mom knows he has a game. It's not like she's going to be like, you're going to miss it. You just keep mowing, motherfucker.
I don't know.
In
Maybe she's
England,
doing
they
this
don't
so.
play baseball.
That's right. We
Or
play
maybe she's
cricket.
trying to get him away from that coach, and she's just trying to be nice about it to the
I
kid.
seen him hit on you, Chris.
He said some real mean things to you and Brett. And he stops
Under
by
his
at night.
breath. It's really weird. He just
He came up
stands
to
there
me the
and
other day and
looks.
said, you should date me. I know where your son lives. It was weird.
Every time I see him, he's like, just remind me
I'm
I
on the
know where you
hook till
live.
next Saturday.
I get out of parole next week.
Which would explain why his unemployed mom didn't bother to show up to his baseball game.
I did notice that.
The what?
His unemployed mom didn't show up to his baseball game.
I did notice that, and I was like, to be fair, she just
She's probably watched them play. She's probably watched them play
Maybe she's out there job hunting.
Or maybe she knew the coach of the other team was the boss that fired her.
You know, if she really wants to save this family,
I know.
fair winds project.
God damn it.
Oh no!
I can make that
the
happen.
devil wears nada.
I like Bigfoot or bust.
No, I don't. The imagery on that one's a lot different.
Yeah.
That's what makes it
I like
so
to
good.
imagine they find Bigfoot. It's just this huge breasted woman who's like,
Hey.
Oh, I just thought you meant the other, like it was a big, like horny dude with a big hairy horny dick, and he's like,
It could be both.
"Oh,
I mean,
red
I
rocket,
think it
red
gets to
rocket.
that point. Yeah.
I'm gonna come over," and you're like, "Whoa."
Bigfoot, you stay.
to get there.
Bigfoot is dry humping that dry ass tree over there. Oh shit, he's coming this way. Go, go, go. He's got splinters.
Munchie.
But
Sasquatch, beef turkey.
at this point, we watch a baseball game for a while, and apparently Brett tells Munchie to make him good at baseball, and he gets good at baseball and wins the
Does
game.
he?
If you want me to spend more time talking about the game, we can. I just think we
The
should.
boss gets a glimpse of Munchie in the locker room. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Which raises questions on how. So Munchie can't be noticed. I think we skipped that because it doesn't matter. Does Munchie not have a magical radar or something? Does he have to like actually
You would
see
think
that
if you
someone
had the
sees him?
ability to be blocked, that
I don't
it's
think
just
he
happening.
gives a shit. I just
Also-
think he just does not care about anything.
This guy's the
That's
opposing team, and he's in our locker room. What's up there?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
What's he got to cheat some more? Because they were
Also, they
stomping
do
their
the Karate
ass.
Kid. Yeah, they scored like 8 runs in the first inning. They do the Karate Kid thing where the dad's like, "I need you to hit their best
Sweep
player."
the leg.
Yeah, fucking drilled his
No,
baseball
actually, in
into
the
him.
first inning,
Baseball. I'll
they
strike him
send a
out.
weird, like you. It's like watching 6 different games. The first inning's a blowout, and then they catch out. You're like, wait, what's happening? Are we
score
watching
5
a
in the
good
next.
game?
Or the bottom.
There's a lot of good baseball, a lot of good back and forth. You know, a lot of really shitty players.
The
doing really
highest
shitty-
scoring Little League game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, 20 errors per out. Like, it was.
Yeah.
The score was like 8-5 in the second.
Yeah, and it was
And
natural.
Munchie
too. Like,
looked like-
we got to see every run that hit home plate.
They showed us every
Every,
He looks like the
hit,
Cleveland
every
Indian mascot
strike,
come to
every
life.
ball.
They
At
thought that
one
we.
point, the umpire looked at us and said, "Counts,
Count.
Yeah. They thought we, the audience, wouldn't believe that this baseball game happened, so they documented all of it.
We got to
for
see a
us.
14 pitch at bat where foul tipped it. Just kept foul tipping it to the stands. I'm not joking. It was almost 30 minutes of the movie at a baseball game, and it wasn't good baseball. It wasn't interesting.
It wasn't entertaining.
It wasn't filmed uniquely, like it was just like a wide shot or a
It
zoom
was
in of
just.
them hitting.
It was like Roger Corman said, just get those kids out there, let them play. See,
no.
they don't know how to play. I don't care. Let them play.
One
just
time,
love baseball.
we got
Put
to
'em
hit
out
over 70, you're at 50.
Chicks dig the long ball. What? What does that even mean at this point?
I don't
Make
know.
it 25
I read
minutes.
it. But yeah, oh my god.
And we got a whole baseball game. It's beautiful.
A whole game, and Munchie comes in after Brett gets injured because Chris has to be the pitcher, and he's terrible.
Yeah, that does happen. How does Brett get injured?
That's the Karate Kid moment when he's like, "I want you to line ball." He's like, "I want you to line ball into him," which is so messed up.
It's really skilled, though, honestly.
That's what I said. I'm like, you can't just on command hit that. Like, and if you
could,
can't,
just hit a
This
home
kid's
run.
his own Munchie.
Yes. Well, his kid said that. He's like, I'm going to go for another home run. I'm like, the modern baseball approach or power hitters. There's a part in
Anyone
the
can
game.
hit a home run. It takes a special man to kill the pitcher.
Fucking line drive the pitcher. There's a part in the game when he said something like, singles don't win baseball games. And I'm like, what?
Why do they count him?
You sure they don't? Derek Jeter made his career off that, but
I don't know how numbers work.
But yeah, like you said, bad guy who's the coach of the other team who might have a son on the other team. I can't tell. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. But this guy sees Munchie, and all of a sudden he wants a piece of that action. So he talks to some old man and tries to figure out what's going on with Munchie. So we got that part covered. Now,
an old man that he, as a child, tried to buy a poisonous weapon from to kill his parents.
Turns out Munchie was with
fuck?
Napoleon.
Did I miss it?
It wasn't
yeah.
his parents. It was his third grade teacher.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So
God, I
our
feel like
boy
we skipped a
Chris
bunch.
got good at baseball, hit the home run to win the game, all that stuff, and so now he's a big shot in his own head, and he decides he's going to take Jennifer to the dance with a badass tuxedo since
Which
Brett
is
broke
like a
his
big
fucking
shot.
arm.
Hold on. Let's just mention it's messed up in a sport to lose your job to injury.
I like that you're doing the
that's
Munchie hands right
Yeah,
now.
I'm doing the Munchie. But it's really messed up to lose your girl to injury. She's like, oh, hey, Brett got like injured and he's in the hospital, so he
I
can't
need
go
the
to the
relief
dance.
hitter.
Yeah, so would you take me to the dance?
No, in her head, she's like, yeah, I'm taking my friend. I'm going to take you. You're in the
Angus.
friend zone. Yeah.
But not to Chris. Not to Chris. Chris is like,
Chris
this
is like,
it.
tonight's my night.
Get wrecked, Brett. No, we get hit by baseballs more often.
They call me Baby Roofie.
So he goes all out for this thing. Munchie becomes a limo driver somehow, like a regular human.
It is so fucking weird.
He turns their car into a limo. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit. They go to the dance, and Chris is going in there and
So he
explaining
can
his
create a
home run
limo
to
from another
everyone.
car.
It's
Yeah.
his perfect game. He had a perfect game, and that's what he's
He
bragging
pitched
about.
like one inning.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
And in that inning, he was perfect.
They was the best inning ever pitched.
God, he's bragging
Wins
nonstop.
He's bragging, and you can tell Jennifer's over it because he's cool now. And that one
Shit.
girl is kind of into him, but she's just into him because he's
She's
cool
about to play
now.
that boy.
Yeah, he's
She's about
wondering why
to play
everyone's
him.
mad at him. So Munchie grants him the ability to
Oh,
read
yeah,
minds.
that's right.
Which goes further back. That's creating something, Munchie. Like, you didn't steal
anyone
that
could
from
know.
Radio
Remember,
Shack.
Munchie says anyone could do it with the proper perception, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
all
in
right,
line, so
yes.
Carlos
All right,
don't get
Neil
pissed.
deGrasse Tyson. Good
I can make up my
explanation
own
there.
bullshit too.
Good
Yeah.
about in my brain.
Yeah,
But,
anyone can fuck themselves in the ass if they just have a gin wish for it.
Yeah.
You take mushrooms, Chris?
But yeah, Jennifer is a bitch, right, man? Because she is playing a
don't like
game.
saying
She
that
does.
about a
She gets
10-year-old
in the
girl.
limo.
Her
But she's like,
character is a bitch. How about that?
Yeah,
If
there you
you-
go.
There you
If
go.
you write that someone into real life, you're like, Jesus Christ, he was only good
Jennifer,
when he's
stop
weak.
it.
Yeah, she wants him on her terms completely.
But she
And
gives him
Chris,
crap about
she's
the
gonna
limo the whole
bitch
time.
at, but she still hops on that bike. You know what I mean? She's like, you gotta be nicer.
She's the
To be
second she gets
fair,
in the
Chris
limo.
is like 5'4", or Chris is like 4'4", and Brett's like 5'4", so I get it. She made the right choice.
I mean,
Like,
based on height, I guess.
but
yeah.
it seems
He's a
like
better
it was just
athlete. He
based on
seems
power
smarter.
and money.
His mom isn't, unemployed. Like all that stuff. Chris is not the choice.
Chris
she
is a
made the
train
right
wreck right
choice.
now in life.
I'm telling you though, I mean, she's.
Yeah. If
We need
you
to
get
talk to
rich and have
Kronos.
this money, who am I going to write my school essay about, like when it comes to poverty and overcoming stuff?
Chris's story by Jennifer.
Yeah.
I barely knew Chris. He lived down the road.
Yeah.
I'd ask him if I could come over. He was ashamed.
His mom had lost a job, but Chris didn't know. Chris didn't know.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
His mom would go in and out of a British accent. I think it was to hide their poverty. Chris didn't know.
She
He didn't
felt
know.
regal.
Oh, maybe that's what
She
it
was
is.
anything but.
Chris didn't know.
Chris's story, parentheses, Chris didn't know.
That's the song, but
He didn't know. Yeah.
Didn't
I watched him go down a dark path and get addicted
There was also
to
this
heroin.
weird little small man that followed him. Chris didn't know. Chris
I'm pretty
didn't
sure
know.
they were lovers.
we couldn't see him. We could see him.
So yeah, the
that's how she
dance
gets
goes
into Harvard.
poorly because Chris starts to find out that no one actually likes him and they're sick of him. Even the coach is like, well, at least Brett had talent. Now I have to listen to this asshole brag about it. He won
He's
lucky
worse than that
game.
kid.
Yeah. I'm going to drink my Coke.
Oh, we think it's Coke, but yeah.
I think it's.
I think it is Coke, honestly.
I think it's Coke, and then he empties it. Oh, yeah. And then he puts stuff in it.
That guy doesn't have enough energy to be taking that kind of drug.
That you should see him without it. Get out
I
of
think
bed
after
for
the
years.
end of every scene, he's like,
Ozempic
wait,
and
what is
cocaine
this?
got him there.
What does this have to do with the Bad News Bears again? What are we doing in this scene?
I miss
Wait, what's
Munchie.
the-
Walter
What's that?
Matthau. Why do you
What's
keep
that?
saying that? Walter Matthau. Coca-Cola.
What's that little thing next to this kid all the time? What the hell are we
fuck
doing
are
here? I don't remember the Bad News Bears having a
You wanna
midget.
go?
Is this Elmo?
Are you an adult?
Is this my assistant?
I pretend to be a coach. I don't look at the puppet, and I get to be in the bear winch, right? Is that what we're saying?
You're not gonna make me the winch, are you?
Or are you? I don't know.
I don't know. That guy had as much
Master
charisma
ceremonies.
as I can't even think. He just was a no-show. The whole movie. He mailed it in. He got a check and he said some words and that was it.
I mean, we could all aspire to be that, though.
You know where I live.
I know what
Send
you
the check there.
Thank you. See,
But
Munchie.
yeah, he's
I don't know what happens after. Oh yeah, I do know what happens.
Like they leave, right? And they're in the limo, and he's like, "Powers be gone." And he's like, "Good, that was awful." He goes, "Yeah, it's not great, is it, kid?" And you're like, "No,
Not
like
easy
Munchie, I feel
being rich, huh? Next
Don't
time you
give-
say white privilege, remember tonight, asshole.
Piece of shit.
just keep
Munchie, I don't
forgetting
know
the
that
color
you're
of my
making-
skin, don't you?"
Munchie, I don't think you qualify as a white person.
Poor Munchie.
Yeah, and
on me.
then his mom comes in and gives him a bedtime where she's like, "I'm gonna treat you like an adult. We broke, bitch."
I ain't got no job. You ain't
But
got no
Mom,
job.
how can we fix it? Well, if $20,000 could come out of the sky.
If you've got a little magical midget you're hiding back there, that might do it. And he's like, "Lo and behold,
You're not going to believe
and
this,
I'm gonna
Mom.
get you some dick, Mom."
And this time, it's not a carny that I kidnapped from the festival. This is an actual. Were you a carny?
Your dad always told me if he died.
I sold the corn dogs.
Chris, your dad always told me if he died, he would send a midget our way to grant us wishes.
Hey,
He always said that. He always said that, Chris.
Always shut that
No,
mic.
you see, the thing you're doing there is you're staying on one accent. She jumped in.
sorry.
She's like, "He always said he'd
always.
be there if we needed him."
To spend money and be regal.
American dollars.
What if they did find that in the will? They're like,
Hey, much like
You also
Reaganomics,
bequeath
I'm
to
going to
you,
make
Munchie.
this disappear.
Oh, yeah,
That
there's
joke.
a lot of Reaganomics quote, or Reagan stuff. That's
lot of
the
Reagan
trickle-down effect.
Like in
Speaking
Bear
of
Rich.
trickle-down, Munchie's got a plan. You want that $20,000? It's about to rain.
terrible plan, by the
Yeah,
way. Is
still
1,000,000 ways.
Unminted money, right, is what they say?
The money hadn't even been distributed or made yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't.
think it had been printed,
He
but not,
created it,
yeah.
or did he run them while? I don't get it.
It was no, it was a it was like a gang that was counterfeiting money, and he had them dump the money over the house. It was a long, complicated plot for just $20,000. Like
I thought
he
they
could have
said-
just got him a winning lottery ticket.
Okay. No,
Like-
yes. Yes.
I actually
Gold.
like to think Munchie
could've
was
got a
being an
gold.
asshole there. He's like, "Oh, you won $20,000? How about all in ones? And you have to pick all of it up
Pick
in
it
your
up.
fucking yard. Pick it up,
in the
bitch."
trash bags.
Hey, here's a pole
just
that's in
raises
the middle of your
further.
yard. Dance on it.
All that money drops down, and they don't have it like put in bags until like way late the next day.
The
If
wind
$20,000
would have
dropped in
made
my yard.
me, the neighbor, a $20,000.
Yeah. Yeah, if money dropped from the sky in my house, I'd be out picking it up in 30 minutes. Like, it is done. And I'll be taking it to the... I'm not telling the
Hungry,
news.
hungry hippos.
No
and
one's
nobody's
finding out
getting
about
this
this.
shit.
If the IRS has questioned, good luck proving it.
I'd probably take it
I'd
to the
say
bank
good
like
luck getting to my
$1,000
money.
at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just continue making
The
payments
news
like normal.
would not have heard of this because there would be nothing to indicate it ever happened.
Hey, did it rain money here last night? No, that's a stupid question.
No, what are these fucking...
Does he have a mini gin in there?
Shut the fuck up. It rained
Those shorts are way too
$20,000.
high up in your ass. You're getting stupid.
Munchie, go look at this idiot.
Hey, Munchie, turn on the lawnmower again. Chop, chop.
Oh,
we
that's
did
our
not do
timer.
good.
That's
We
okay.
did not do good on that one, which is amazing because there's only like 5 things to talk about.
Well, what else you got?
I
After
don't remember
this,
how it ends.
IRS guy shows up.
The Fed guy comes there, hits on the mom, takes her downtown, and she likes him.
Yeah,
And he goes,
that's
you
not
know
a bad
what?
wench.
I'll get you a job.
Which puts her in the same position she was before.
Point of power. Point of power.
She keeps getting jobs based on something, and then every time they're like, "Hey, about that job I gave you with non-qualified assets you have, maybe you can share some of the qualified assets you do have." And she's like, I don't think so. And he's like, "Oh, well then you're fired because I thought you knew
Also,
the
you're under
agreement."
arrest because that money had to come from something, baby.
You didn't pay taxes on it.
But yeah, and then we've got Shelby Carlisle, which is the Andrew Stevens character. Yeah.
Yep, the bad guy.
I
guess.
He breaks into the house and steals Munchie.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
Home
all
Alone
pointless,
style
though,
Does
jokes.
he
it's
steal
fixed
him in the same
immediately.
way as the first movie where he puts them in a bag?
Yes.
He dropped
Apparently,
potatoes on him. That's
Munchie's
his
only
weakness.
weakness is a garbage bag and potatoes.
And
I hear
potatoes,
microplastics are getting into her nuts, man. So they can contain the genie.
That's true.
Oh my God! Thank you, government, for protecting us from Munchie.
You know what else is good for stopping munchies? Fluoride.
RFK Jr. saved us
COVID
from Munchie.
vaccines. Tired of getting a munchie at your house? How many times have you got your COVID shot? Think about that.
Think about that.
Looks like you need to set up a
picture.
5G.
Wow, thanks, Aaron Rodgers. Thanks for that information.
You're welcome. Right, Joe Rogan? Yeah. We're not
But,
the same, but we are.
After that, we have a long car chase, and
Same as the
car
first
goes up.
one.
It really is.
Yeah.
And then they meet Munchie back at the house,
Yeah.
As one
and
would.
and he's like,
It's because we already filmed there. We can't keep filming
Yeah.
in new places.
Well,
he's like, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't use that $20K, but I did get your mom a job, which will let her extend the mortgage. Which, once again, it's like, Munchie, this was well within your powers. His kid was not asking for much.
You brought a TV
Like-
in here, man. We could
That was probably
hawk
worth
this
like $10K.
shit, you know?
Yeah.
Munchie, I'd like to point out you blew up a school for your last kid. Like,
Also, at
Yeah,
the school
like-
dance, the Bland Underground is back, by the way. I wanted to make sure
yeah, I
we touched
forgot
that.
that, yeah.
Which raises more questions. Like, Munchie obviously has
clearly
connections.
has a band. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
his
so-
peeps. You need somebody to book? I got him. No, we're doing it.
That band is like, thank God we have Munchie.
just
We
got a
never
DJ.
get hired for these gigs.
All they play is high school parties. That has to wear on them, though.
I think
Do they
cool
go to
thing about high school
No,
parties.
they do not. No, they do not.
It's not high school. It's
Many
middle school.
years
My
ago.
bad.
The cool thing about middle school parties is these kids,
Suck. They're just
they
terrible.
suck. And,
They're so bad.
yeah.
Munchie's cool. But yeah, and then Munchie goes back up to the court where he's judged over the founding fathers of Elvis, Marilyn Monroe,
Chris's
Abraham
dad.
Lincoln. Give the Crono's ass. He's like, hey, Chris's dad, did he do good?
Twinkle in his eye. Thumbs up. That's right.
Thumbs up. I get to
I
watch
like
my
it.
wife bang the IRS guy every night.
Did they
But
cut
like
his
this
tongue
guy-
out before he
This guy
died?
had a chance to be a hero. He could have been like, no, dude, Munchie's obviously a problem.
It's like,
Yeah.
wait, do I have to answer that question? He stole money from a gang.
He almost had my wife go to prison. He didn't help her. He made my kid, like, he just taught him shitty lessons.
He destroyed that guy's priceless flowers. No, he didn't do a good job. Not all of them.
He
that,
rigged a baseball
all's well
game.
that
I
ends
had
well.
20 G's big on it.
Yeah, we would have been fine if the game went away. He could have just let my kid be a professional athlete.
I literally made money every year off betting against my kid, damn it. And Munchie ruined that for me.
Thanks, Munchie.
He was my
Send him
man
to
on
hell,
the
Sanders.
inside.
Yeah. You.
And then the movie ends with him getting his next assignment, which is Bill
And him
Clinton.
saying, "I'll be back," and then he never
Bill
came back.
Clinton.
Yeah,
Bill.
he never got another movie, unless you count Frankie Freako.
I think
I
he's
do.
still working on the Clintons right now. He had tried to
It
help
would be
Hillary.
hilarious
That
if he was
didn't-
with Trump.
He couldn't create that.
I don't know, Hillary. The polls aren't looking great. I
Get your emails.
You started out having to commit suicide?
Hey, I've got a plan. Let's just delete all these emails.
How come
No one will know.
I can't remove your husband from the flight log. That's
Donald, I got an idea. Take all those emails and just put them in your garage at home.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Oh, that's a really good idea. You and me got the same tanner, don't we?
What other
Joe, I
advice you
don't
got,
work
Munchie?
for you.
Pants like this.
Unfortunately, I work for your son,
I just now
Hunter.
noticed that Donald Trump does the same hand movement
Yeah,
as Munchie
he does.
Hey,
does.
that's how he's summoning him.
He goes, Munchie, there's a bullet coming this way.
Munchie, tell me, do I left or right? Left or right, Munchie? Left. The saying,
Keep my
we got
hair
great
in
munchies.
place.
They're saying a lot of bad things about our munchies. I think they're great.
I think they're great.
People. We're not going to get rid of all the munchies, just the ones that came here recently.
But yeah, that's Munchie Strikes Back.
Tariffs on the
It is
Munchie.
a piece of shit.
It's an absolute piece of shit.
It
Top
is.
to bottom.
How
Really
much do we
boring.
think this movie cost to make? I'm being serious.
Fucking, it was all a
Oh,
tax
man,
fraud anyway.
$45,000.
Even if we hear the number, I don't agree with it at all. Because I know that Roger is going to be one of the best at fucking making money back on a flop.
This movie, it's bad.
We might not be able to find out how much it cost to make.
TV Guide offered that Munchie Strikes Back turns an annoying no-budget children's movie into an annoying no-budget children's series. God damn.
Cinema.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I don't...
Yeah, we may never find how much this movie cost.
I am trying to dig real quick. Because you should be able to... you know what I said, but I know this motherfucker. He's good at what he does.
Oh, he's good. He knows. They probably had to pay for that Coke advertisement.
Yeah,
then
'cause
we
you know
have-
Coke didn't give him money to be in their movie.
Oh, no. Oh, and then we have our next film.
It was nice to go from one of. So I think we specialize in watching bad movies, right?
Yeep.
And Munchie Strikes Back is the kind of bad movie I don't recommend people watch.
Oh, it's the one that...
It's
That
it's a
can
true
end a
piece
lesser
of
man.
shit.
I
It's
wouldn't
a
watch
piece
it
of
alone.
shit.
I watched it alone, and I think like suffering alone makes it worse. But if
It's
you
like
have
being an
other
alcoholic.
people,
Oh,
Yeah.
if you have a crew.
yeah, if you drink alone, it's sad.
Hey
But
boys,
if you're with
let's
other people,
watch
it's a
this
social
movie
activity.
together.
Yeah, I have Miller Lite. What's up?
Oh my
You're
God, I
by
just now
yourself on
realized
a
that's
Saturday
me,
night
like-
watching Munchie Strikes Back.
I'm offering these movies up because I want you all to be in this pool with me. When I'm
That's
like,
why we do this podcast, Brandon, so you don't feel
Dude,
like
bro, Pardon Massacre. Come on, I
like
watched it
that
by
one,
myself
though.
5 times. Watch it once.
please,
Watch it
guys, let's
once.
talk
One
about
time.
it. I just want to talk
All
about
right,
it.
all right. Yeah.
No, but seriously, we usually save the reviews for the end, but I just want to say this movie sucked, and I wouldn't recommend it to any. It just sucks. It's not a good. It doesn't make sense. There's nothing to it.
It's not a good movie.
It's
It's
piece
not a
of
movie.
shit.
Yeah, it's
That
hardly.
children's
Yeah.
baseball
series
game.
thing is a pretty good point. So,
It
children's
takes all the
vignettes.
Disney. It takes all the Disney Channel original movie formulas and just does all of them terrible.
Watch it.
With the sexual assault in the beginning, just for the shits.
There's
I'm
a
out
lot
on
of
that.
questions
Munchie would
to be
totally
had.
fit in Halloween Town. I'm just putting that out there.
He could be a villain in Halloween
He
Town.
would totally fit in Halloween Town.
yes.
Yeah.
If that Munchie
Yeah,
head
so-
popped up in the square on the second one,
Go on a date with me.
You rejected me. Now you will be bland. Also, I'm gonna bang your mom. For some reason, that's an ongoing theme.
You know how it is.
I'm a frog man.
Got Frogman deeds.
Yeah, Cal, I can turn frogs into your dad, but all magic has a price.
I wanted to come at
up.
Yeah.
the wishing hour. So yeah, Munchie fucking blows. And let's move on to some fireworks.
All right, we're gonna talk about Frankie Freako or Frankie Freako.
Frankie.
Freako.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, what are you
and
waiting for? Get your freak on now.
Go now.
This is good. The timer started.
Call in right
Frankie
now.
Freako.
Shabadoo.
Yeah, baked beans.
Shabadoo. That Shabadoo is my favorite character. Whatever the hell that guy's actual name is, that's my favorite character.
I love
I don't remember his name. I remember Dottie and Frankie, and then Shabadoo.
I don't know. I even right after watching this movie, I thought, God, I hope Brandon knows this movie because I don't think I can break down this plot because it's not.
I mean, it's coherent. It's just
It is.
It does not take itself serious at all. Like it sets out to be a
You
satire.
kind of lose yourself in every scene almost.
They are reliving. So first off, I'm going to do a couple things here. All right.
Okay.
Baby.
You're gonna sing? Is that what
No.
you're doing?
I was getting my freak
Oh
on.
my God, he's taking his shirt off. He's freakoing all of us.
Oh my God, there's Munchie. Oh my God. It's Bear Witch Project. No, Devil Wears Nada. Brandon Wears Nada. Frankie Freako. We got Chrissy
Sounds like a
Wordsworth.
movie Roger Corman would make, by the way.
Wordsworth is Christina, his girlfriend,
Sure.
which you can
Do
tell
we know
she's
her?
just the model. Yeah, no, but
Okay, good. Good.
Connor Sweeney is Connor, Meredith Sweeney as Dottie Dunko, Elliot
Dottie
Kalin.
Dunko's fucking awesome.
Elliot Kalin is one of the Freak Lord's robot guys. Stuart Wellington is Major FK, one of them too. And then Dan is another one of the
other
robots.
robot. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then Red Letter Media, they do like YouTube videos and podcasts.
Yeah.
They are doing, I think, what Rich from them is Freak Lord on here. So a lot of that. So there's one thing. All right. The
Who
other
is the
thing,
one guy?
Who?
The guy that kind of turns on Munch at the end. He was like, I
Crunch?
knew you were on my side. Was it Crunch?
Crunch.
That
Are
was,
you,
yeah.
Are you
that
talking
was
about
awesome.
it goes, I never doubted you for a second.
Second, yeah.
I
That was
love
awesome.
that. But this movie is made, prior connection, by the same people who made The Void. And also,
Totally different
after
film.
The Void, they made Psycho Gorman, which is
Still haven't
one of
watched
my
it.
favorite movies. And it's like this, practical effects, but it's more R-rated, and it's hilarious. And it's got the boss in it. The boss in this one, he's the
Yeah.
dad in that, and the kids just like nag him all day, man. Just give him shit. It's good.
I wish you had told me what to expect with this movie because I kicked my kids out thinking they couldn't watch it.
I thought I sent a text to you all saying you kids could probably watch it.
There's no way I read that.
That's very, very specific. There's no way you said that.
I thought I said it's kind
And
of
if you
kid
did, good
friendly.
for you.
There's moments in there where it's weird, and you're like, oh, is it gonna get weird? And then you're like, no, they're just holding hands.
it doesn't.
They're just holding
Yeah.
hands.
Both hands.
It's great. Ooh, I'm gonna hold both hands tonight. No, we're gonna do it Freako style. Oh no,
Does that mean she used to hook up with him?
that's
That's how I read it.
I mean,
but
when we're
maybe
doing-
I'm the issue.
Freako style. I don't know. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo.
There's I don't know if he actually says it in there, but there was a story that guy is actually the ghost of a fart. Is that what they said? The
I don't
Shabadoo
know.
guy. Like, I'm going to look it up in a bit. I don't remember it. specifically, but it was hilarious when I read about it. Okay, but anyways, that's the cast. Now we know who did this. They made The Void, Psycho Gorman. Void, we already watched. Psycho Gorman, everybody should watch. It's great too. But it's not kid friendly. This one is. We start out with
Very
Connor.
kid friendly.
And Connor is at work. Connor is a square. He is bland. And his boss let him know, do a better job with presentation.
Well,
Spice it
kind
up.
of let him know. It was very.
I
Should have
thought
backed
that
off.
I don't know if I pull these moves on my wife in the bedroom or whatever. And he's like, really? Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his boss was afraid to tell him to spice it up.
Yeah.
And so he wrote it on a piece
Don't
of
yell
paper,
at me
wadded it
anymore.
into it, and said, "Spice it up, or you're fired." Pretty much.
Or you don't,
You don't get the promotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, his boss is kind of a bad guy, but they never really get to that, and I'm fine with that.
That dude
Yeah.
is awesome inside.
He's a
and, like,
bad
actor
guy.
on film.
He's a bad guy, but he's also let's go to your house and take care of this, man.
Any employee of mine that's having a rough time, I want to personally help them.
Whether they want it or not, which
He
is the
does.
second part of that sentence.
Yes,
I love
and he
it.
goes,
I miss that.
"This is the bad place, Connor. You're right."
Hell? No.
No.
But yeah, you got to spice it up, which flips his whole world upside down.
He goes, "Oh, them." He gets all upset and brings it up to his wife after a hand-holding session.
I was gonna say, I think it's important to note, like, the acting in this movie is very, like, wooden and stunted.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
Intentionally.
Campy.
Campy's a good, yeah,
It's
but intentionally
absolutely
done.
perfect.
Oh, aware of itself. It's meta camp.
Yeah, whereas Munchie was bad, and it had a few moments when they broke the fourth wall, but,
Yeah, but
like,
they weren't.
they were trying to actually still make, like, a normal film in between those moments.
They thought they'd
This
win
film
kids
from-
over.
Yeah, this film knows what it is from the get-go.
I'm just telling you, if I'd watched this movie when I was like 8 years old, this might have been my favorite movie. As an
I know.
8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Because
watched
it
it
works
a
on like
lot.
a lot of different levels. It's fun, like for a kid's
As a
movie.
movie, it does. There's parts where it falls apart when it doesn't make sense, but as
That makes it more of a
entertainment,
kid's
it
movie.
really
Yeah,
holds
8-year-olds love that
itself
shit.
well.
Is there a 30-minute baseball scene in there? No, it's
I just love
automatically a winner.
The jokes
However,
are spot
watching them play
on.
baseball.
Like,
The what?
The jokes are spot on. Even the like, oh, the boss needs a new concubine. What that?
What the
And
heck?
I love when Crunch is like holding the phone up and he's like, "What? Just say something. Say something."
Say,
Oh,
just what
whatever.
you want me to call? Do I press the red button? You're useless.
Yeah, he drops it out. He goes, "You're useless." Okay.
Crunch, if you need to take the rest of the day, you can just go home and see your kids. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, boss.
But yeah, his boss, he's got to spice it up. And he tells his wife that he was called square or bland, whatever. And
really hurt
she kind of says, you're a little bit square, you know.
Ouch.
And this is
Ouch.
when, what is it? They go to bed, and she's like, "Don't
Well, he
go
goes
to bed."
watching Antiques.
Oh yeah, because he
And
loves it. Just
It's
watch-
actually a great joke because so he's like, "This isn't worth anything" on the antique show, and the guy looks at him and says, "Well, shit." And he's like, I guess you could just swear on TV now.
We'll just say whatever. I will pitch it. The antique show is on this twice, and I absolutely love it because he goes, "Oh yeah, this antique was actually made in colonial times, which means it's worth nothing." But later on, they have someone on there, and I think he said something like, "This is from the Ming Dynasty, so it's worth nothing."
It's kind of combining like Antique Roadshow and like Pawn Stars, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it made it
just say
entertaining as fuck. I
Best
would
I
watch
can
that
do
show all day.
is nothing.
And that, but
I had the gun that assassinated Lincoln. Best I can do.
Best is nothing.
Jimi Hendrix guitar.
But after that, we get like it looks like a sex hotline call commercial. It's the call saying, "Yeah, with Frankie Freako."
You want to get freaky tonight?
Hey girl, you want to get freaky?
Frankie Freako.
And you see the same commercial. I like the fact that it's the same commercial every time because you can tell they saved money from that.
Yeah.
shit.
Frankie was
It's
just
the
in
commercial
Leo.
moving the shades. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
And he's like, moving the. He has his like
dial,
finger on the
the
cord
rotary.
in the dial. Yeah.
He's like,
What's the weird thing is I don't. Are these Muppet characters normal in this world? Because it feels normal.
What do you
You're
mean?
looking too much into it, I think.
Like the fact that she lived with Dottie. I don't know. Like
I don't
the fact
think
that
he's
he
getting
wasn't
the Frankie
upset with
Freako
the fact that
right
they
now.
were
that
Muppets.
part I don't care
And more
about.
upset with the fact that they partied too hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 8-year-old you would love this, but I think an 8-year-old you would too much on it.
I never even cared about that. I was just like, I don't know shit. They're having fun, man.
Well, I'm having
Of course
fun
he's
too.
part of this world,
He's like,
but they're not.
Have you seen this commercial where you can call and get this freak to come hang out with you? And she goes,
What's up with that?
Wait, she said, don't call those numbers again. Last time you did, you called Freddy Krueger. And he scared you. And he goes, he was mean. And I kept thinking about it come back.
That's the best joke in the movie.
Oh my God, I was dying.
I don't know why
mean
that
to
part
me.
reminded me. There's a Tim Robinson sketch when he's in the driver ed school. And he's
Oh,
like,
God.
don't ask about the tables.
Don't ask about
Ask him. Freddy Krueger was on my table. He got it dirty. That's what it makes me think of all the time. What the fuck is up with the tables?
He just kept calling me bitch and said he was going to cut me.
Let's try to think of a comeback.
I do love that line. His also, his wife is going. She has an art
Saying.
exhibition or something.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Which is just a side joke. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's a whole gun nut too because
Yeah,
she
boink.
keeps making jokes.
That guy's name is Boink. I'm sorry. I had to
Oh,
figure it
Shabadoo?
out. Yes, Shabadoo. And
Yeah,
he
because
was
he mentions
created
I lost his
via
guns.
fart.
He was created via the drink.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that's it.
nice.
I'm not sure. But yeah, his wife mentions, did you check the guns or whatever? And I guess he
And-
They're
playfully
locked
says,
up.
yeah, I already checked it twice or something. I got myself a wild night planned. I'm going to have pizza.
A big I've got something. Are you gonna order pizza?
Yeah.
It specifically said, I'm going to get crazy with it. And she's like, you're going to order cheese on one side and a different cheese on the other side. So. Striking
You
fear.
can tell, like,
I
the
felt
whole
that.
time you think,
8:30
like,
p.m. no less.
This lady went for a Friday. It's got some good one-liners in the beginning.
Yeah,
I do
I
think
love
this movie picks up when the Muppets show up, though.
agreed.
Like,
But the best humor to me is when he is not realizing how square he is. I really
But
like
that's
that.
throughout the whole movie. He never gets it even.
Yeah.
we did miss he giving the presentation, and it's just him screaming.
Yeah.
You look
As
like
they get-
a movie star. Which one? Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
Gary.
Yeah, in the middle of his presentation, he's seeing Frankie Freako's head on some of them.
His boss says, "Are you kidding me? That's the best presentation that I've ever seen, ever
that
been given in the
sweaty?
history of this company."
That yelling. That is authenticity.
Yelling.
Went nowhere.
He's like, I think you just got yourself the promotion. By the way, I need you here tomorrow to shred some documents on that camera right there. As long as it's your face shredding those documents.
On that camera.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Which comes up later, but it really doesn't, which I think is great.
Yeah, this movie does a pretty good job of knowing when to drop shit. When Frankie shows up.
Exactly. There doesn't
So-
necessarily have to be a bad guy.
Yeah, we got Frankie.
It's
So then we go.
Who's kind of like Drop Dead Fred, honestly, Gremlin, like, I don't know.
Gremlins, Ghoulies kind of mix, you know.
Puppet
You don't see
Master.
Drop Dead Fred, though, like the...
Oh yeah, I mean,
The friend.
Connor is almost like a square Drop Dead Fred looking guy, isn't he?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Design definitely reminds me of like
Frankie
Puppet Master a
Freako.
lot.
So
But
yeah,
you go ahead, Brandon.
he goes to. Well, you
Home?
know what? He comes back home and he makes a. He ends up making the call. He gets it in his head, makes a call, and it cuts to hard cut to him waking up in the morning.
Time out. Before we get there, did anyone else think that his wife was cheating on him or like the whole time? Like
That's
it
'cause-
almost,
Yeah, I felt that too, but it's because we're bad people.
but it made it seem like that, but it wasn't that at all. It
No.
was
Yeah.
way more wholesome than that.
I never got that
They
just because
Ted
she
Lasso
seemed
does.
like weirdly obsessed with them. But it's strange though because it seems like she hates where she's at.
Exactly. She seems miserable. She's way too attractive for this Gary Busey looking ass.
She knows it. She's stuck.
And all he wants to do is hold hands. It's implied that they've never had.
He's been edging her
sex.
for years now, though.
So it's
I
like
think they
Frankie.
started out hard and heavy, and then he started like as a power play edging her and just holding her hands, and then he got lost in that character, and he just hasn't broken off.
He's become that guy.
He's like,
now.
this is actually who I
I
am.
am now. I
feel it.
kind of like this version of me.
So is like Frankie like a marriage counselor, like an extreme marriage counselor?
I like to think Frankie's the freako that he was when she first met him.
I like that. Oh my
it's like,
god.
it's like a
that
diverse.
Brennan's right.
His personality separated and became Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely looking too
I
far
love
into this, but
I would pay to have a Frankie Freako doll.
Do you really want the
what?
the security? You're never getting your security deposit back in your house.
No.
Oh, if you had a
I
real
just
one?
want the doll. I want the doll.
Oh,
I
okay.
put
Like
it
just
in the
to hang
car
out
with me
and
and make
shit?
it right passenger.
I was just giving
love
Brittany
him with
shit
those
for this.
shades.
Hey.
And
Brittany
that
today
gold
was saying
jam.
how she wanted a stuffed animal Hedwig, and I was like, what the fuck would you do with it? But now that you've mentioned a Frankie Freako doll, I get it. I want one. Like I too
just
would like
put him
just
in
to
parts of
have
the
him.
house. Instead of elf on the shelf, yeah,
Elf on the
Frankie
shelf,
Freakin'.
Freako on
Freakin'.
the-
If I could control it, I'd
It's
put it in the
stuff.
window when people were walking down there and make it look like it's active, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" Hey, yeah, you want
Freako
to come
on
up here, party, Frankie Freako style? And then they're like,
Freako.
"Wow!" I mean, you seem pretty cool. Where'd you get that tan? All right.
Be a DoorDash driver. Just bring Frankie Freako with you everywhere.
Make sure you bring the gun. I don't know. This could be
Yeah,
really
bring the
cool,
gun.
really weird. I'm not sure where we're going to end up.
Bring that
Freako on the
gun.
fridge.
I'd be like Lars, well, except not trying to fuck it. Lars and the Real Girl with Frankie Freako, where you just have it hanging out with you all the time and be driving around like, so, Frankie, what you think
You
about
talk
that
to
basketball
it?
game last
Yeah.
night? It was a freak fest. Goddamn right.
You just gotta like preload some lines into like
Yeah.
a
No,
phone.
I mean,
Just-
I'm doing it back and forth. I'm doing split. I'm splitting.
This way you can live both lives. Like, I don't think we should do that. Nah, fuck that. Spitting that guy's food. He didn't tip you.
Hey.
Frank, I'm on a diet. I'm trying to eat healthy tonight. No, fuck that. We're gonna eat us some goddamn pony burgers tonight. What the
I
fuck?
thought I smelled bitch in this car.
Put Munchie Strikes Back on. No, Frankie. No, it's my
I
favorite.
don't
The
like
reason you drive along with me is because you're a fucking loser. God damn, Frankie.
It's getting a little
I thought you created wishes. Oh, that was Munchie. I just
wish
tell you
you'd
hard
fuck
truths.
off. Yeah. Well, times is hard, Frankie. But his little, his yellow shirt with that chain and the shades, I love.
He's pretty awesome. He really is.
But, yeah, so he calls and this motherfucker pops in a jiff. We cut to Connor waking up and just thinking it's a half a dream, starts about his day, and then he comes down to the house being a complete mess.
I
And we
love that
found out
they
we got
have
some
graffiti on the
freakos
walls.
in the house.
They have graffiti on the walls, but instead of curse words, it's just like butt and
Oh my
oof
god, I love it.
and like freak. Like
Even when they fixed the statues and the paintings or the pictures.
yeah.
I never
love
thought
how
to
they
use a hammer.
Oh my god, they're genius.
So he wakes up and he's shocked and he wants them to get the hell out and they start fighting each other, really.
They start playing music and partying first,
Yeah.
so because the party don't stop. And before they fight, I just want to point out Dottie. So the three freaks are Frankie, who's the leader. He's like a biker style demon. What was the other one's name? Shabadoo.
Boy?
Boy was is like a cyborg. And you have Dottie, who's a cowgirl. Who probably has the
people
worst
partner.
lines.
Yeah.
Her partner. She shoots him in the neck.
Yes, he does.
Oh God, I know. The first time I was like, damn, that was brutal. What's just happened? And then I noticed.
I thought it was going to turn to a horror film.
Me
once
too.
that happened.
The whole time I was expecting something different from this movie.
Yeah, I thought people
And
were going
other
to die.
than that, it was, once again, it was pretty wholesome.
Yeah,
Well,
like
you
I
don't wanna
said
try
in
to
the
kill 'em.
beginning, it's you think they're about to get the freak on, or at least they'll show nudity
Freak on.
and stuff,
Freak
and then no, never happens. It's just hilarious. It's fun.
Yeah, a lot of good fight scenes. He gets his ass kicked quite a bit. He tries to... Before he goes to see his boss, because his boss is like, hey, I'm here and you're not here. It's Saturday. Before he goes to see his boss, doesn't he try to take a cross and put it on
He does.
Frankie?
He gets a cross out of like a lockbox. He's like, it's going to be a gun. Tries to exercise old Frankster.
And that brings out the inner demon in Frankie.
Yeah, that sets up the freaking freak.
The best part is like Dottie goes, oh no, partner, shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that.
Shabadoo.
And yeah, he turns into this demon head and spits out like fire.
Oh, and then you have the part where they start beating the shit out of him, and the guy breaks the statue.
And at that point, doesn't he start beating the shit out of Boink?
Oh my God.
Boink. They're like, Boink, no, talk to us. And he says, Shabba, don't. And he just dies.
Gets brought back to life from a fart.
Yep.
Once again, keep thinking this film's going to go a different route. Never does.
Never does. It was... I think when Boink dies is when I really was like, all right, this is... I like where this movie's going.
And it kind of goes off the rail from here.
Yeah,
Like, he
and then
chases him.
He goes to see his boss after that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because his boss calls and said you're supposed to be in here to help with these, shredding.
Yeah. So he
Man.
goes and he freaks out there, and his boss is like, "Hey man, you got a problem? Let's go take care of it."
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
And then we'll come back and do some shredding on that
Let's get
camera.
some light shredding.
Yeah. Because I guess he's doing something illegal. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So him and his boss doesn't really believe him because none of them are there. And then they end up going downstairs in the basement. And what do they put a bunch of fucking glue on his boss?
I forget what it is, but yeah.
It's glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they set, like, traps up attached to guns. Like,
It
lethal
is.
booby traps.
They took
And
all the
boss-
guns. There are shotguns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss gets his leg stuck in a bear trap,
Yep.
which is brutal. And then a bullet goes off because the one guy set the tripwire after stepping on some nails.
Yep.
So a lot of violence. And he has a
Oh, it's
barrel
very
of
Home
glue.
Alone-esque, honestly.
Yes.
But not shying away from the lethal weapon of it.
Because this is a bad place.
Yeah, turns out dropping a bowling ball on someone's head would kill him.
Yep. His boss is like glued to the floor, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this and this and take care of him."
Whatever.
And then me and you are gonna go shred some documents. And he's like, his boss is like, "That sounds good. That sounds."
At one
man.
point, though,
Do whatever,
he's trying
dude.
to lead him, and he's like, whatever. Doesn't matter. He almost sounds like it's like Tim Robinson in the one where he dresses as the old man, and he goes,
I don't
I
wanna
just
do
don't
this.
care anymore. I don't want to
I
do
don't
this.
care. I don't want to be here anymore.
Like,
I don't want to
exist?
be. Yeah,
You
I
don't
don't
wanna-
want to be here.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what to do.
That's what
I'm
the boss
leaving.
he does. Is like,
So
whatever.
heavy.
Just let it happen.
And so
Back
he
down.
doesn't catch the freaks.
And this is when Connor gets like, he comes in there with a gun when they're sleeping. I love they're in the bed and he can't pull himself to blow their fucking brains out. And they bring down a noose and that choke him out until he passes out.
As they show him the story
The
of
story of the
Frankie
Freakos.
The story. Which is just like what happens in the freak
We
world.
just need one more night of partying.
And we'll be out your hair one night.
And they give it to him.
What is the story of the freak world? Munch takes over and becomes president, which we're led to believe is Munchie.
They're
Yeah.
good freakos there. And then, yeah.
And he and his boys are rebelling against him, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're the only
As happens.
three.
They're the only three that push back.
They're
Although we know
running like a
Crunch
call
wants
center.
to. Yep.
It was like the whole thing. They're just
they
like a
find
giant call center.
to use phones to come
To
across like the
teleport and
different
travel,
worlds.
Yeah. We gotta go get
these things
It's
happen.
like the Matrix, you know, you pick up the phone and they bring you back.
Yeah, just like the Matrix.
Just like the Matrix. There
Oh
we
no,
go.
the robots are trying to get their freak on.
Neo, get your freak on, Neo.
He starts hanging out with them.
I know
They're playing poker. They're having a blast.
Yeah, he greased the party.
Yeah, he
it's
says,
a
you know
little
what, fuck
montage.
it. Let's do that.
His wife calls. He's talking to her. He's like, "Oh, nothing. It's nothing."
He's like,
his
"Just keep
wife
it down."
calls, and he picks it up, and they said it's fun to pick up, but he picks it up, and the music's going and stuff, and he goes, "Hey, keep it down back there," and it like goes down, but you turn around, or if you keep watching in the background, Frankie's just going. He's
They're
just
gone.
doing
Their
like
outfits
the
are so
freak out
good.
twist. I love it, man. Mm-hmm. You're like, what's
They
that
play some
sound?
goldfish.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
It's
like,
so-
you got any or something like that. And he looks at him and says, "Go fish."
Throws the fish on the table.
It's a fish.
I do love that it is very kid friendly and all of this. When you
It is.
feel like they could have went the other way, and they might have been able to do to make a really funny movie still.
Yeah, something about it being so subdued, though, just makes it better.
Because it works with the Connor guy. He actually really surprised me with how well he works in this. But
That's a tough. We need you to act like a total square man, like an actual dweeb.
A square. A bland square.
You
There's
gotta
nothing
suck
wrong
for
with
an
a
hour.
Square. It's a fine shape. I like a square.
It's God's favorite shape.
So at this point, they're partying the night away, and then he gets a phone call, and I guess it's the robots, Munch, and his robots,
the
like,
Overlord, yeah.
yeah, and they
Yeah, he
like
comes and
summon
gets
them. Yeah, they get them, and then he goes to the freak world.
Yeah, this is the part with the concubine.
Yeah.
He's like, he's gonna be Munch's new concubine. Ooh, what's that?
Ooh, what that?
Ooh, what that?
What that? I love
that?
the delivery on that one.
What that?
But yeah, they get transported back, and Dot gets taken off. And they said, take her, and they try to reprogram her. That's a side quest, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Munch is kind of talking to. Are we there yet? I was thinking Munch starts
pretty much.
talking to.
This is when they come in, and he makes him pick up the phone, though.
Well, Munch is talking to him, and the guy's like, "What? Like, what are you?" He's like, "You're not Frankie Freako." And then he looks behind him. He's like, "I'm right here."
Yeah.
This is when he picks up the phone, and the Overlord thinks he's talking to Frankie.
That's what it is, yeah.
And it's Connor the whole time. And
That's
Connor's
what
like,
it is.
"I'm not him. What? No." And then he finally looks up and goes, "You're not Frankie." I'm right here. It's his shake and wiggle and his his giddy up happiness when he's like, "Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna die."
I do wish this film had spent more time in the Munch world.
Agreed.
Or the Frankie
Agreed.
Freako world.
Building this, right? Because
It was a
I
good
love these
world.
little puppets. They're
Yeah,
It
I
was
wish, like-
very much like the '90s Super Mario Brother world, honestly.
Yes. It would have been. If
like
they
a
ever
better
make a
version.
sequel one day, I hope they're just in that world.
We could watch a prequel and watch his wife hanging out with Frankie Freako in the freak world.
At Gun University, as we find out later. Also, these guys would also fit in Halloween Town. I think they would be better than Munchie, though.
Oh, they would be amazing. They would
Yeah,
actually
they
make
would.
Halloween Town
Way
fun.
You
Like
would be a chaperone at
Frankie
that high school
Freako
party.
is going to rebel when Cal tries to make Halloween Town bland, you know? No, get
Fuck
your
you,
freak on.
Come on, Cal. Shoot him, Dottie.
These colors don't
Mario
run.
partner.
Blow his fucking brains out. Go
I just
fish.
imagine them when they're at that guy's house of all the lost and find stuff. They find them there.
Me,
What is
Frankie
this?
Freako.
It's me. I got lost.
It was lost a long time
No,
ago.
throw that.
Ain't been lost, I've been
that
freaking.
Yeah, throw him back. He's
He's just
You're not found yet,
And you
Frankie.
son of God. But Yeah, I love even the Overlord in this. Like their interactions with him are hilarious. And ooh, look at you,
Munchie.
you cute little. And with Connor, the Connor guy works well with them. And then you get Crunch, who's the old man giving the phone out. They're all great though, man. Really funny.
And Crunch gets his face shocked off.
Crunch, yeah.
Crunch built the machine too. They mentioned that. They're like, Crunch built this machine that measures how much of a freak you are, and then it punishes you accordingly.
He knew what it was going to do, and he still...
It melted his face off. And Munch, you can tell, is devastated by this. He's like, jeez, just take the rest of the day. Like, go see your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna do that. But of course, Crunch helps us later on. He
doesn't have kids.
And this is when
Crunch flies solo.
What's the Shabadoo guy's name again?
Boink.
He rewires the robot.
Well, that's because Frankie Freako gets loose from his rope pretty damn
Which
easily.
only happens because they
bracelet
convince
dangles or something, right?
and they convince Connor to take the freak test, which is just an insult.
Slaps that ass.
They're like, Justice, Connor, you're a square.
The problem is there, I'm like, Frankie, don't slap his ass right before the test. You might bring out the freak.
Yeah,
You want to keep it
might
down.
be the tipping point. Frankie knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows how to spark him. But yeah, he rewires the robots, and out of nowhere just starts pew 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 pew.
Yeah, they shoot a bunch of shit. Does Munch get almost killed right here, or is it later on?
Later on.
Because I think
He
they
just sits
kill
in his
him,
chair.
Yeah, you can tell.
and then
the
they
puppet
actually
was only
like give
set
him
for that.
superpower later on.
Yeah,
He turns into like Super Shredder.
it's because and that works actually with the '90s kids thing, right? But
Yeah.
with the puppet when he's sitting down, it just has the actual hands in there, and that's when it's throwing the food up to his face.
There's a part. So after this, when they escape to the little mine cart, which is how their delivery system here is,
Yep.
which raises more questions than answers. They're like,
Yeah.
how does this work, boink? You're a nerd. He's like, just Shabadoo. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo.
I love that dude. And yeah, this is when Crunch saves him though. He comes out, and they're like, no.
Oh, and they got Dottie.
Yeah, Donnie, they were able to. I'm your
Yeah, and then
it's me, Frankie.
Then they get back to regular world, right? Mm-hmm. It's pretty much. There isn't a whole lot of plot there, honestly.
No, that's why.
Just kind of
It's
happened.
not that they needed plot there. It was just there was going to be. There would have been a lot of humor we could have had if they had stayed there.
I think it
Oh,
would
I
have
would've
worked.
loved it.
Those characters are far more likable than honestly. Actually, all the characters in this movie are great. Even his co-worker, is it Sandy?
Yeah.
Who almost gets the promotion. Like every time she looks up, she looks like a damn Muppet.
Yeah.
You know, Sandy might be a better choice for that promotion. Who?
I just realized, is Frankie Freako like the adult version of Cat in the Hat?
No, Munchie is.
Munchie's still like the kid
Frankie's
version, right?
more
No, I mean, like
tame than
4
Cat in the
adults.
Hat movie was, though. That guy was having like cat boners all
Yeah.
the time. It was weird.
Oh,
He also went to
the
a
Michael
rave.
Myers
the one
one.
with Michael Myers. That one was weird.
That one
That
was
one
creepy.
was. He like stalks
yeah.
her mom at one point.
Hey kids, I got a thing 1 and a thing 2, and they're both in your mom's pants right now. What the fuck did you just say?
Get the fuck out, you giant
Excuse me,
cat.
You need to leave.
I'm calling Frankie.
Yeah, the fish was right. Get out.
Can't
fish
say
is
that,
right.
cat.
Yeah, Freako comes in like, yeah, we do Cat in the Hat exorcisms. We kind of Cat in the Hat busters.
Get out, cat.
What if you want us to? We can be Cat in the Hats.
You know how we do that?
Just-
Lasers.
Dottie, shoot him.
Outside. Put them down.
Not like this. So then at that point, it seems like Munch follows them over and becomes Super Shredder Munch. And they
this
don't
is
have a
when,
way to fight him.
Connor
Oh, he saves them. He does a little sexy thing.
Concubine dance.
Oh, this
Munch is
little
like-
sweet thing first.
Yeah,
Get
I'll
little
get
treat.
you off, but I'm gonna take my treat first. Treat before dinner or something like that.
And he
As he
uses the
approaches him with a
guns
chainsaw.
that Frankie and them set up downstairs.
Sawed-off
Come
shotgun
on
to the
over,
face.
you big
Not enough to kill
fella.
him.
I got you. All for nothing.
But none of it really works until they cross up the bars and make a cross so Frankie Freako can go demon mode and burn Munch alive with his fire.
I love
Terrible way to go out. Raises questions why they've not done it before, but
Yeah, it was awesome.
His demon head thing is amazing, and I love that they do reference it in the beginning. They're like, he doesn't like crosses. Just bring out the demon.
don't like. I also like that they don't explain it in the movie either.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
Yeah, that happened. What about it? What about it?
Doesn't
What
matter.
about it?
Just keep going.
Why'd that happen? What happened?
So that gets rid of Munch. And then they have to figure out how to clean up the house because his wife calls and says, "Hey, I'm almost home. I'll be there in an hour."
We do an
And then we
80s
get
montage of
fixing
them
stuff.
cleaning.
And then we get the best cleaning
Best-
montage ever.
What's so good is that a lot of times in montages they do that thing where they zoom in super close so you don't see any of the extra shit happening, just so it looks like action. But they do like a wide shot, and
Yeah.
you see them sweeping shit up and then
Sweeping.
throwing it to the left. Or like putting a poster on a wall that still has a hole on it, so like you see the
what I
hole.
will say is like they clean it up. They make it look a little better with it still looking like shit. It's a fine balance between like keeping it the exact same or just repairing it a little bit.
And
they
making
they
it worse.
found that. Yeah,
It's playful.
like they put the sculptures his wife makes back together, and they're trash. But
All
she,
trash.
I mean, she loves them. And then, like you said, they put a poster over the wall. Like, they make it look a little better, but it still looks like pure shit. At one point, though, they zoom in, and the couch living area looks fine, and then they zoom out, and it's like, oh my god.
It's just so it's a graffiti. They took the part that's graffitied butt and they added an ER, so it just reads butter.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Frankie one. You
So his wife gets back and
Butter's
tells
good.
them
You
they
like
gotta
it?
hide.
complete homes of butter.
So he tells his wife, hey, nothing's happening here. Just had like a dance party and just like all that. And then as he's talking to her, they start like crashing and coming through the wall and all that. And she sees them.
They goes, hide, okay. And yeah, like you just see one of them break the wall to climb into it, so they just make a bigger mess. And then they fall out of it anyways.
As he's explaining what's
Frankie is
happening.
climbing the wall like this fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah. He starts apologizing for certain things, but saying he's also changing and all that. And you think she's going to get mad, and she's like, well, I actually have a present for you. And then she gives him a picture of her and Dottie, and you're like, wait, what is this? And I guess her and Dottie used to be roommates at Gun University.
What an awful present.
Yeah.
And it seems like
By
she
the way.
used to date Frankie. And she was the one that...
He helped me
trying to
find my
imply
inner
that.
freak.
Yep, exactly. But she apparently set it up to where he would call Frankie so he could get a little more freaky as well.
Who wouldn't call Frankie?
I mean, I would. Did you see
Well, I
that
would
commercial?
totally.
I die laughing.
She set it up to where he saw the commercials. You know?
Yeah.
But
But see,
I need you to
here's
buy a
the
commercial
thing.
slot.
The end of it kind of makes me like. So did they set up the Munch as well? Is that its actual story? Is this part of the
No, that was
Is
just
this
a-
part of the escape room that you pay for?
No, that was.
Wait, honey, what?
They were not expecting to solve that problem over the weekend, but just it happened.
what
we
was
killed
his
the dude.
cost? By
Yes,
the
we
way,
did,
it was
Carter.
like $1.99 for the first minute, and then
99 a minute, I think, or something, 99 cents or
yeah,
something.
traditional.
That's a
He's
heck
been
of a
there
bill.
for days.
He stays till Christmas.
Yeah, so
He does. He does. Yeah, they stay till Christmas.
stay till
Yeah,
Christmas.
but then again, you got to think: do they have the same currency as us?
Did you all
Does he
listen
know?
to the credits roll and Frankie just singing the song?
Yes.
Oh my-
They have the guitar.
It's almost the best part because he goes like, "Oh yeah, Christmas!" Here's the same random
Oh my
shit.
God! What
It's not even in
like,
sync.
oh, holy night.
Oh, yeah, freaks. It's great.
Oh my god!
But honestly, that's kind of the movie.
Here's kind of the movie.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's a harder one to talk about because it really does just kind of go scene to scene. It's kind of self-contained in the scenes.
It's
but
quick.
And it also is not one that you can explain every scene because then you missed it. Unlike Munchie, I would highly recommend you watch this movie and actually understand why it's funny. I would imagine there's a set group of people that won't like it because the humor is too dry or... It's
I don't
a lot
know
of
what type of this comedy is.
Did Brittany watch it with you?
The first bit. The first little bit. No, well, it wasn't that she had to leave. It's Brady kept running in there, and I didn't think he'd be able to watch it. So I was
Dang
like,
it, man! The family should have watched it together.
Really, I think honestly, Ella would have loved it.
I'd try it. Try it.
I might.
Yeah, I watched both of these movies alone, and it just made me sad.
Yeah. Brittany did watch Munchie 2 with me, and she's like, oh my god.
That's sad. Because this is the
I
good
watched
one,
it-
man.
I watched it before the game. I was like, yeah, I need something to keep me up. Oh,
Wasn't
I
bad.
wanted to sleep the whole time during
Watched
Munchie
2
2.
games that night.
I really did. I was like, I didn't know we'd be watching Sports
Full
Center.
baseball and But no, I'm
Somehow
going to go ahead and say it
more than
because I
regular
recommended
baseball.
this, and I've been telling everybody I can about it. My mom did the same thing. I told her to watch it. She's like, I don't think I can watch this with the boys. I'm like, Mom, trust me, you're fine. You're fine. It's not like that.
Fine.
It really isn't, though. There isn't
I
even
love
like
this thing right
subtle, like sexual, like
Yeah.
Not really,
stuff.
no.
I don't know.
It's never having fun. Like the Freako thing, it never feels like it's kind of... Munchie 2 is a lot worse in my mind than this movie.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
that
no
thing's disgusting.
sexualization of anything, really.
I mean,
Except
his
film as the
girlfriend.
concubine.
There's the girlfriend, though, like, about, in the lingerie or about to be, right? And they just hold hands.
Yep.
But, no, I love this movie. I've been recommending it to everyone. I just stumbled
It's a
on
fun
it one
one.
night, and I dig it.
It's one of
Yeah,
my
but
favorite we've done for this podcast. It's just, it's an easy, fun, light watch.
Yeah.
Everybody try to get the family to watch. I'm going to see if...
And it's got
It's
a
almost a
nostalgic
Christmas
feel
movie.
to it.
I
If
feel
you
that's
count
pushing it.
Gremlins as a Christmas movie,
do.
I think that's
You
why
do.
they added it. They added this because it's like, well, if you count Gremlins as a Christmas movie, we're a Christmas movie because we mentioned Christmas. I think that's why they added the Christmas scene.
Yeah. I dig it.
Damn, it feels reaching.
I don't care. I give any reason to watch Frankie Freako.
I don't know.
Take any
It
reason
strikes
you
on a
can.
nostalgia chord for me, I think.
It does. It does, man.
But
It works on
it's
a lot of
actually
those levels. Even
better than most of those
Garbage Pail
movies.
Kids, you know?
Yeah, well, they
Oh,
look
yeah,
like
that's a good
Garbage
one.
Pail Kids, honestly. That's what
You
they
look
look
like
like.
Garbage Pail Kid.
They don't look half as gross as the Garbage Pail Kids actually do. Those things fucking weird me out.
It might
I love
be.
the
It's
Garbage
been a
Pail
while.
Kids, but they're disgusting. And
God,
yes,
they really are.
everybody should watch this with the kiddos. That's my recommendation. What about you, Matt?
Yeah. No, I thought it was a good film. It is fun. I mean, it's
It's stupid, but
if you don't know what it is going into it, it did take me a little bit to start liking it. I will say that.
Yeah, same. I will say it kind of feels like a Tim and Eric skit where it's just like, no, almost to the point that you don't even realize you're in on the joke until like you understand what the movie is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's all a joke. Got
I
it.
love Tim and Eric. It's just their absurd humor is just usually play one note really.
That's
That's
true.
not funny
100
for like
times.
30 minutes,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay.
All right.
Spaghetti! And you're like, all right, now I'm laughing. I don't know why. I think they
Got
fucked
it,
with my
spaghetti.
head. I'm laughing though. So high right now, Eric. Guess our legs are long. They were really long.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
I still recommend Munchie if you're in a group, though. It's not alone.
I'd recommend the first one. I don't know that I recommend
I would like
the
to
second
you
try
gotta watch
that
them back to
while
back.
I'm in Corbin to see. I don't know if actually I have the mindset for that.
To watch Munchie.
I would rather put on Frankie Freako.
I could see, yeah. I could see Frankie Freako. Like, but
Munchie's just,
I think
there's
Munchie
so
too.
many gaps of boring spots and nothingness.
Where does
Yeah,
this rank compared to like
Amongst what?
Little Monsters,
Gremlins,
Puppet Master, Gremlins,
Garbage Pail Kid. It's hard. See, the problem is though,
Those hit a true nostalgia chord, though,
And those
right?
are-
Like those are the nostalgia.
they're different though, right? They're not in on the joke as much as this one. Gremlins 2 is in on the joke, but that's like to an extreme version, right? So I don't know how you grade that.
I would say, as far as movies in on the joke that we've done, I'd put this above Do Bro Party Massacre.
Oh yeah, I like
Agreed.
Do
Even though
Bro
I
Party
like Do Bro
Massacre,
Party
but
Massacre.
I love the fun of this.
This was way easier to watch.
Yeah. Do Bro Party Massacre was like 100 miles an hour. The whole film.
100
Catch
Catch
this
this
joke,
joke,
catch
catch
this
this
joke,
edited
catch
it.
this joke, catch this joke. It was like old
Reference from
Mystery
earlier.
Science Theater versus new Mystery Science Theater, where they're constantly throwing jokes at you in the new one, and the old one
Oh
it was
my
just
God.
like, hey,
Build up.
here's a joke. Do you get this cultural reference?
Yeah.
Cultural reference. Joke,
boom,
joke,
boom,
joke, 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 joke. Yeah. Never breathing, never letting you watch the actual film. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how we actually would rate these. It's kind of I did these two because they're both practical effects puppet movies, right?
Yeah.
What a weird thing to have in common, but yeah.
I can rate them out of 10. I'll give Munchie Strikes Back a 1.8, and I would give
This IMDb's
Frankie
ratings.
Freako. No, these are my.
I like
fuck,
it. I can work with this. And I'll let
I
them
can
know
do
that-
Frankie Freako at
1.8.
an 8.7.
Yeah.
1.8 is so low.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
even know.
see. I don't
Like,
do that.
piece
still.
of shit, man.
I say a 1.
No, I'm just
Munchie
offsetting
2 is a 1.
That's so low.
Frankie
I don't think I
Freako
can go
is
I've
a
never
9.
given anything that low before.
I can't think of what it takes for a movie to be that low. Like, I don't know if this
Munchie.
qualifies.
It's a
I
30-minute
actually
baseball
do.
scene.
I'm gonna go with this. Frankie, comparing the two. I remember some of Munchie Strikes Back, but there's big pockets of nothing. And even when I do remember it, I was more like, God, this is so stupid. What are we doing with our
was.
lives? Like, I was criticizing myself internally as I was watching that. And then I would dip out mentally because I had to keep on going through the day, man. That's a 1.
I don't know if I give it that low.
What
though.
did you get? You gave it a 1, Brennan?
I give it a 1. It's not really a movie. It's not. How about let's
It's not.
rate it on that? Is it a movie? No.
It's a
I think
baseball
it's a
game.
movie. It's a movie. They have multiple actors and scenes and
That
transitions.
doesn't make
and
a movie. That could make a
the
commercial.
bare minimum of a plot. That's trash.
That could still be
It's
a
so
commercial.
bad.
The only thing
I got-
saving it is its runtime, and half of that is a baseball game.
It really is.
Or referencing the baseball game because they also have a practice.
Or the practice,
By the way-
or talking about the game.
I looked it up. The name of their team is the Hillside
But the
Stranglers.
Stranglers, that was one of my notes. I loved it. I love that. That
not
was
only
the
that,
bad guys
But
team.
Roger Corman, they
Yes,
saved
it was.
money because for 2 days out of the 3 days they shot this movie, the kid was wearing the same damn outfit.
Yep.
Because he was coming from baseball practice and he went to the game in the
yeah.
same exact outfit. A long ass shirt
That's
meant for
called
an adult
economic
and short
choice.
shorts.
Short
made for a,
shorts. That was
made
super
for a
weird.
4-year-old.
Super
He
weird
borrowed them
outfit.
from the neighbor.
Munchie picked his outfit out.
Dance boy.
Yeah. No, Matt, what do you get? Brandon, what you gave? We're about the same set. I went
9
1.8 and 8.7.
And a 1. So I just dropped lower, went a little
Yeah.
higher.
9's too high for me.
I love Frankie Freako is all.
But I will say a 7,
And
which is a
you gotta
really good
understand,
film.
a 9 is
to me.
pure. I laughed. I was entertained. I love the puppets. Like the only knock is I wish they had more money that we would have had more time in the freak world.
Yeah, I think they might have
God,
rushed
that'd be
like
so
the third
good.
act a little bit. Like you know,
But I thought the third
When all
act
the
was the
puppets
best,
were
and I
introduced,
wish,
and that means more money.
yeah, I'd say a 7, maybe
7?
7.5, which is
What do
a
you-
really good film to me. Like that's a really good film. I think Munchie's a 3,
that's bullshit.
which is
You know what?
but
That's
like
fine.
1 is just like
My only catch there is I don't think there should
I gotta
never be
figure out what a
the
1
number
is.
4 should not be the only separation between Munchie and Frankie Freako.
Yeah, a 10-point scale might not be big enough between these
Yeah.
two movies.
yeah, that's fair.
We're talking like
I will figure out what
Cosmos
a
level.
1 is.
Okay, I mean we're gonna get there, right?
I will.
We will get there.
Are we?
I will
This
say
was
the
a 1.
Night Breeders movie we watched, I would have like a 2.
Oh my god, I forgot about that piece of
wait,
Night
shit.
Breeders, the punk rock band, and there's like a monster creature, and then the
I
cops are
forgot about
incompetent.
that thing. That one's on like that same scale. I forgot about that.
God, that movie
But
sucked.
you know what?
We
Though?
watched a lot
That
of
had the
shit.
'80s vibe of that, like that do-it-yourself, make whatever film on VHS you can. At least I can give some credit to that. This is Roger Corman. He has enough money. He could have done something, and he did just the same as that fucking thing. Oh my god, that movie was disgusting, though.
I think it was Night. It was Night
It
something.
was.
It might not have been Night Breeders. It was. Oh God, it
Night
sucked
Breeders.
Was
though.
that a Matt pick?
That was
That
a
was
Matt
Matt
pick.
pick.
That's how I know because we gave him help for that one, and then last night that one may have given us the
There's
title
a few
for the
we've given him
podcast,
help.
but that one bored me to death.
That was the most boring film.
No, I think Munchie 2 is the worst one we've watched, and I'm happy with saying that.
I don't know. It's so hard. It really is.
I'd have to dig in the
Uncomfortable.
memory banks.
Uncomfortable.
But I think that's it for this episode, right?
Yeah, that
Indeed.
wraps it up.
Wraps it up, Freako style.
Watch Munchie Strikes Back. Watch Frankie Freako. Wait, you're still. Should we still be talking, Brandon?